live to the world. Hello, Twitch. Oh, there's my chat. Okay. I was like, how do I get to my chat? It's not popping up. Streamlabs wasn't showing it until I was live. I'm a professional. Hi, world. We're back for the second session of the Forbidden Lands, the Hanging Stones. Welcome back. We are deep in the dark forests of the Dankwood in a ruined torture base formerly run by the evil Rust brothers. We're standing around the corpse of a defeated half plant, half woman, half demon, 150% monster. And we are discussing what to do next. Rolling the music. In a moment. If I can find it.
Is this the part where we can say bad things about Josh?
No, I haven't muted you yet.
Oh.
You have
Trash talk,
you have 5 seconds. Boom. Right.
Oh, we're back.
Wait, run the song again. We're still
No.
All
right.
People were talking over it.
I muted everyone. You all could hear each other, but I couldn't hear any of you.
I heard the intro, and then everybody started talking, and I just need the song one more time.
No. All right, so it is early springtime, and there's a cool mist in the air. Fortunately for you, it is not blood red and trying to murder you. And you stand atop a rise that overlooks the treetops of the Dankwood, and you can just make out distant mountain peaks far to the north and far to the east. You have just witnessed a terrible monster tearing apart the groundskeeper, crazy person that was living here. And take it away, group.
Well, as next living kin, how do you want to bury her?
Oh, right, because we were married.
I vote fire.
I second that. A nice pyre was a great way to send someone off. Maybe we can scavenge around, see if we can find any firewood or other goodies.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be important to look through the space before we set everything on fire.
I just met her.
Well, she's a part of everything.
No, she's outside now. She's disconnected from the building.
But what she was a part of, all of the vines and things, you haven't been in there. It's well, I hesitate to say shit show, but it's kind of shit show.
You all have tokens that you should be able to control.
Sweet. Josh, I got a question. Is she, like, are any of her vine tendrils going back into the building, or is she pretty much all outside?
She's all outside. She can uproot and walk on the roots.
Okay.
But
She's not tethered to the building.
I mean, her old self is inside the building, but if we set a fire out here, where she's at, we're fine, yeah.
Are there any signs of her previous form, like humanoid or even plant, that are recognizable?
She was a body that looked very humanoid, but with vines popping out of the back and walking around kind of Doc Ock style, and very disfigured and creepy, and with sunken in eyes and things. So it looks like she was transformed into this thing.
But no, like clothing or objects.
You can search. You can search around the greenhouse if you like.
Let's search.
Absolutely love to do that.
See if we can figure out the origins of her.
All right. Yeah. If you want to dedicate a quarter day to searching the area, I can tell you what you find.
What time of day is it?
Good question. We can go back to the exploration tab. Boop. It looks like it is daytime. So, and daytime was dedicated to all of this exploration and adventuring you just did. So if you do any searching or whatever, it'll be in the evening.
Okay.
We're gonna have to sleep though.
Make camp requires no roll here because you already have a fire and some walls. So
Does it
nobody
take
has
time,
to
though?
spend the evening making camp. If anybody wants to spend the evening searching any particular structure or portion of this area, you can do so. Just put
Yes.
yourself out to the side. Is anyone still deciding what to do?
I know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna search. I'm gonna practice a talent.
Are
Okay.
we
Right.
sleeping here
If
tonight?
anybody's spending experience from last session to acquire something, you typically have to make a check and spend a quarter of a day in order to do it. So that will be...
Out of character, is the game plan to sleep in this location tonight? Like we're staying here?
I
Mm-hmm.
would imagine so. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna sleep then. So I can be night guard.
Sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Someone needs to keep watch right now, or you reckon we're fine?
We're probably fine.
Yeah, what are the chances that someone strolls up at this exact moment?
Yeah. This is an abandoned place. Who people don't just
Who would
walk
break
up
in
to
here?
random buildings and break in. Who does that? Other than us, who does that?
We were on a mission.
All right. So for the evening, we have Grunralk sleeping. He's just going to nestle up and sleep somewhere. Is that right?
Yeah.
Velas is going to... Yeah, just put yourself on Explore if you want to be searching part of the area. And what's Vergello doing? Oh, yeah, you're learning a new talent. Yeah. So, what's the check required to do that?
It's
you know off the
just
top
a
of your
wits
head?
roll.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll that first?
All right, first fail of many, you guys.
Let's go.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh my goodness, I got it in one.
Boom.
Hey.
He acquires a new
Rather
talent, which is...
Which is?
Sharp tongue.
Sharp Tongue. He feels more persuasive.
You see me for a quarter day sitting around going like, your mom. Your mom. your mom.
He spends a quarter day contemplating the manipulative things you did to that poor madman. And he's like, I bet I could control people like this. I should do this more often.
I think I get better at insulting people, I think.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you acquire that talent and can spend the experience points appropriately. What did that cost? 3? So like a tier 1?
Just 3.
Just 3. Okay. And where is Ayan searching?
I'd like to search the greenhouse and
Okay.
also her body,
Okay.
just to find evidence of who she was or how this happened.
Sounds good. And Ayan... Oh, wait. Velas, where are you searching?
If he's searching there, I'd probably help for a bit, but then maybe go down the hill just to try and... Or, well, actually, I'd probably come in here.
That's the greenhouse, I think.
That's the greenhouse.
The
I'm
greenhouse at
coming
the...
here.
You go search the tower. Okay, cool. And Grunralk will camp out by the fire, probably in the courtyard area. And Vergello might be out there with him, but just not sleeping. So, quarter day passes. We're going to do a couple things here. So, Vergello acquired a talent. Grunralk, you rest. Nothing disturbs you guys during the night. Velas, you search the inside of that tower. It is covered in magical runes on every single surface that are just faintly pulsing in kind of a teal greenish light all over the walls, all up every single surface, just pulsing in different patterns. This guy has scrawled so many spells and magical notes all over the walls of this place by chiseling them in. You also find just a very bare minimum few survival tools. He has a rope that is stained with blood. You find rusty iron hooks on one of the walls, and they have blood all over them and around them, dried onto them and dried onto the wall. I'm getting an echo from somebody's mic. I'm not sure who yet. And you also find an old leather journal stained with blood and mud. It's got fine-looking parchment inside, vellum, so like high-end, nice, white, expensive parchment inside, but it is stained with mud and blood and badly worn on the outside. Inside, it is filled with magical notes, insane ramblings that you can barely make sense of, and some sections that are quite legible. And I'm going to share it with you. You can look it over and decide if you want to read it or share it or whatever with the party while I go to Ian to find out what he finds in the greenhouse. But I'm going to share this with just you first, and then you get to decide what to do with it from there. It should be in your journal now under handouts. It's called Journal of Almon the Sigillist.
Got it.
Ian.
Hi.
Let's embrace the nature of this game here and see if you find a random treasure up in this greenhouse. Among other things. So give me one sec.
I vote random treasure.
Random treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I want
vote-
to find Bill's mother-in-law in there.
I was literally about to say, like, I want you to find my mother-in-law.
Ah,
All right. First, I'm going to roll a d6 just to see how generally lucky you are.
Oh, real lucky.
It's on the low end. Then we're going to
Yeah,
roll
two's
to
good.
see.
Better than one.
Not bad.
A lot of math is going on over there.
Oh yeah. Don't you worry. All right. So,
23.
couple of things. One, discarded in one corner of the greenhouse. You see a bent up, what looks like an amulet on a thin chain. But it has been burnt and smashed and dented up into like a little wad. It looks like it was like it was originally kind of fancy filigreed copper, and like somebody burned it and smashed it up and threw it in the corner, or set it there and forgot about it or whatever. But there is a necklace there. On closer inspection, you see feathers carved into the copper, and it looks like this was once a little holy symbol or token of the raven, one of the widely worshipped gods of the area, and it has been mostly destroyed and cast aside. You also stumble upon some old, stained, torn clothes that looks like they were maybe once fine silk, but they're moth-eaten, full of holes, stained with mud and blood, ripped to tatters, and cast in a heap in another corner of the greenhouse. And
Look like women's clothes.
yes, you believe so. It looked like it was maybe a dress once, but it is super ruined. And in among those clothes, there is a tiny pendant with a pretty nice looking red garnet stone in the middle of it, still intact, stowed away in the folds. You pull it out. It's lined with copper all the way around the outside, sort of oval shaped, and it's a fine looking red garnet in the middle. Not the most valuable of gemstones, but a pretty fine specimen for what it is. And aside from that, you find an ungodly amount of bones and old scraps of rotten meat and things. You're pretty sure that there's a mix of all sorts of animals and possibly humanoid bones in the mix, but it's difficult to discern much more than that. Many of them are snapped, many of them are gnawed on, and they're just scattered and piled all around the edges of this greenhouse. Whatever's been in here has been eating a lot of things for quite a while, and just leaving the bones piled up.
Is the greenhouse itself intact?
The roof is full of holes. It's basically just rafters over your head and the sky past that. There's not an intact roof. And you do see a stone circular altar on a small pedestal in the center of the room where offerings have been made. It's full of ash and bone dust, and it has symbols of Aimee, the goddess of wood, scrawled all over it. Aimee represents wood, but not in the beauty of nature sense, but in the manufacturing wood tools in order to control the natural world sense. She is considered kind of a twin god with Rust. Rust and Aimee represent wood and iron, which are the tools people use to dominate their surroundings, and their cults are very tightly intertwined. And that's as much as you find in your quarter day in there. You should make a note in your inventory that you found that garnet pendant.
Okay.
It looks like it could be moderately valuable. All right. The quarter day passes. And you all reconvene somewhere out in the courtyard, I guess, to discuss what you want to do next. As a reminder, and this is not a requirement, but when you interrogated the guy last time, he told you that he knew Elysis, the owner of the dagger, that he came here, that he came in as a prisoner, that he had a tattoo of a black dagger on his hand, which he drew out of his hand, and it looked like a black ghostly dagger. He used it to lead a rebellion that sent this whole place into ruin, and on seeing what they did to his sister, became very distraught and set off in a state of deep despair toward the Hollows. The Hollows, you've heard of? You believe it might be the next major village down the Mellowater River from Lingmel, because you've heard of it, and boats have come upstream from there to trade with your people in the past. You know very little about it, because you know little about the outside world in general, but you believe it may be the next major village downriver from Lingmel, and you have a general vague impression that people from there are very strange and unfriendly.
People are always strange.
Yeah, maybe for the goblin this is normal.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
So, like, the Raven sisters and the Rust brothers seem a bit almost like extremists. Are there, like, average, everyday people who worship the gods, or is that kind of like an uncommon thing?
Ordinary folk may worship any of the gods. You know the organized church of Rust to be quite oppressive and to have a lot of dangerous rumors about it. You generally have a sense that the worshippers of the Raven have been warring with the worshippers of Rust for a very long time, and that the Church of the Raven takes the form of mostly traveling priestesses who are herbalists, botanists, healers, and midwives uh, who are kind of keepers of wisdom and
The
healers of sorts.
the kinds of people who can do magic. Sorry, last question.
Mm-hmm.
The kinds of people who can do magic, are they the equivalent of like wizards who've studied and can do magic, or are they more like clerics, paladins, warlock type deals?
There are two branches of magic that people can learn, uh, that ordinary people can learn, and they are druidic magic, which largely revolves around becoming in tune with nature and drawing on its natural powers, and sorcery, which is a lot more like book magic, alchemy kind of formulas and scrolls and books and passing on ancient knowledge type magic. There are other types of magic in existence. The dwarves use magic in their forging, and the gods have their own magic, and demons have their own magic, and that type of thing. But the two most common forms of magic that you're familiar with are druidic magic and sorcery, both of which are learned arts, though they're very different in style from each other.
Okay.
They're both quite
So-
common among half-elves, as it happens, because there's a very prominent half-elf druidic order, and half-elves are known for being among the most powerful sorcerers. When the half-elves became common among human cultures in the south, there were ancient wars where half-elven sorcerers lent their magic and bad things happened. I'm not just... This is as much of it as you would know by default.
Alright, sorry. I just am trying to
Mhm.
figure out what my character would know and think of
Yep.
what I've read.
Yeah, I'm just telling you kind of high level what you would know by
Yeah.
default. Joe would know more about druidic magic. Ayan is a
Got it.
druid
Campfire
who
talk.
studied the art for many years. There's a sort of magic to bards as well, but formal magic, real magic, spellcasting magic, druidic and sorcery. Both are learned arts.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So we spent the evening, or at least I spent the evening searching. Would I have time to take the remnants of the silk dress outside the walls and just bury it?
Sure, you could do that.
Okay.
You get shot in the chest with an arrow. Oh my god, we should have been keeping watch!
It was always going to happen.
As long as that happens to him and not me.
Well,
Alright.
that was the first part of, or no, that was a whole quarter day. So now the next quarter day is nighttime, which
Yep.
the rest of us need to sleep.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
gonna
jeez,
keep
that
watch
scared
for
me.
us. Right, Gunrock.
That is loud music.
Gunrock,
we
wake up!
I'm awake.
You're gonna keep watch for us, right?
Well, yeah, you can't see anything in the dark.
You're right. Good night, Gunrock.
All right. So, nighttime. Let me know when you're all placed where you want to be. You can discuss among yourselves if you like. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be back in a moment. Take your time to figure out what you want to do. Oh, it might already be decided, so we can just proceed.
Well, you can still get a drink, bud.
Yeah, you can still get a drink.
No, no,
It
no, no,
looks
no.
like Joe took your.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a drink.
Okay,
Joe
okay.
left.
This was meant to be. Pretend you're still discussing and that there's interesting things happening for the next 60
Yeah,
seconds.
Maybe
Oh,
I
I
can
can always
go
find
fish
stuff
in
to
the middle of the
discuss.
night.
We can future plan. So
Yeah. So out of character, we're heading to the Hollows now. I mean, is that
Yeah, I think so.
we're still on the trail of the dagger?
if we're following the dotted line, that seems to be the next step. Yes.
Okay.
I would love one of those like dope ass tattoos.
You want the magic dagger, we know. It's a question of whether we want to like settle down and hunker into this and do like the whole
I don't
Good
think we have the I don't think we have the materials. The other problem is stuff like upkeep, which is things because I read the rules for the strongholds. Is every day you have to make an upkeep check. So of course, if we leave to travel, we don't have any NPCs here to take care
to
of
do
the joint.
upkeeps.
Yeah. But we can do upkeep rolls and stuff like that. And not to mention, it's going to take a chunk of change to repair
build it.
this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The capital is the question for me. I don't think we have the funds to truly make this place a stronghold. I mean, it can be a foothold. We don't have to make a check for camping here, and we know where it is, but we don't
Yeah.
have to like invest a lot of time and money into this.
Yeah, we can at least
Watching Josh
like-
appear from the blackness was funny.
yeah, I really
Josh
like that.
appearing and then dancing from the blackness is what got me.
Yeah, stepping
Oh,
in.
I was
the
muted.
great abyss.
All right, we're all back. Okay.
I have headphones in.
Uh,
Now
Mr.
we're all back.
Mr. Keep Watch need not make any rolls. Everybody rests unimpeded through the night, and it is morning in the Red Hook Redoubt. Blah, blah, blah.
All right.
All
We
right.
need to stock food and water.
Ooh. Yeah.
We just clicked the thingy, right?
Yep.
Is Velas going to share anything about the
Wow.
journal or no?
Yes, I'm gonna roll food and water. Then I will do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You both rolled ones? Or
No,
I-
he rolled
two
both.
ones?
I rolled both ones on both.
Oh, that's good.
Ah!
It's chaos.
It is chaos.
Shit.
So remind me what the benchmarks for food or water are. The one goes down.
I think if it's a 1 or a 2, if it shows a skull, that means it goes down. And it will go down a die type. So if it's a D8, it goes down to D6. If it's a D6, it goes down to you're out. And will not have any tomorrow.
I didn't like them.
All right.
Cool, got it.
It's lightly drizzling today. It's gloomy. It's dark.
So I didn't want to bring it up last night before bed. It didn't really feel like pillow talk. The old coot kept a journal. Just kind of like pull it out and hold it up. I mean, it doesn't take anything to see that he was crazy. I think that we all saw that he was crazy. But I also don't think that he particularly hated himself for killing himself, because he seemed a bit like a sadist, and I kind of felt like that before I read the journal, and the journal really gives that vibe off. Was literally hanging himself on hooks so he could bleed and feel like he was being punished. I think the term he used was penance.
Well, he did mention how the Rust brothers would he sought out their penance.
Right.
So
Definitely sadist.
Kind of extreme.
anything
Very.
useful in the crazy man's diary?
Well, see, this is where we're gonna have to lean on you, Anne. He said while he was bleeding out at one point, he got a vision from the father of Ire. And he said that Stanagist, whose name means hanging stones, treasure of treasures, lies fractured across the land. Truly there is no price too great, no sacrifice too precious, to make in the name of its pursuit. Secure it, deliver it to the Prince of Two Faces, and earn your final forgiveness. Now, final forgiveness to a sadist feels a lot like death, so we were able to deliver that to him free of charge. But I don't know, this seems good information. Sorry, DM. This seems
So generous of you.
It's always when he goes to take a drink.
this seems good information to have should we get caught up by the Rust brothers, though I try to avoid them in general. But to say that we're in pursuit of these hanging stones, or the treasure of treasures that lies fractured and just to say that we're looking for the fractured treasure to bring to the prince. Hopefully, will be enough to make them talk first, shoot with spells later. But Ayan, how common are like visions? Is that actually a thing?
I don't know of any visions. I don't think that I had heard of any. My master hadn't mentioned any, so I'm sorry I'm no help here.
No, that's fine. This guy was doing some kind of crazy magic, and I'm not too familiar with magic in general. I much prefer things that I can see and take on.
Well, not to completely discount your theory, but this guy was also just doing some kind of crazy. It could just be the ramblings of a man heavy on blood loss and lack of food, and maybe too many whacks to the head, and he thought he saw something.
Well, I thought that too, and then it made me wonder, what if a person showed up while he was hanging on the hooks, and they told him these things, like a Rust brother or someone like us, you know? Like, most of what he's got in this journal is just like the crazy ramblings of a madman, but this is legible, and I want to understand it better.
Maybe we make note of it, and if we come across something like this again, then we can look deeper into it. But for now, it just looks like a crazy man.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just gonna kind of like wipe more of the mud off and stick it in my backpack.
Okay.
I got more rope. This rope is stained with blood, but I mean, so are my pants. So,
Well, then shall we hit the road?
Yeah, this place is weirding me out. Let's go.
All right.
Stop chewing
kinda
on my
cozy.
toenails and stand up.
I'm chewing your toenails. Ew.
Well, how else am I supposed to keep them short?
I don't know. Walk them
This
like a
goblin
dog
is my
or
hero.
something.
All right. So, we are here where this red flag is. I've got it labeled. You saw the Ent procession out here in the forest. You got Lingmel, you got Mistwall, and you've got the Mellowater River down which you believe the Hollows to reside. Yeah.
The Hollows being the strange village, or the village with the strange people.
The Hollows is the village downriver from Lingmel, which you recall having heard of, and which this guy said your dagger-wielding friend fled to. When
I
last he was
face to the
seen.
southeast, and I bend over and I pick up a little bit of dirt and I taste it. Then I look to my goblin friend and be like, "Is this the direction?"
Can I have the dirt?
Oh, of course. I give him the rest.
Yeah, that's the right way.
I think I'm getting the hang
What
of
do
this.
he know?
So,
He hasn't been to this place.
Yeah, but he's smart.
He tried the dirt.
when traveling overland, you don't need to make lead the way roll through territory you've already explored.
Okay.
So, just throwing that out there. You can tell me what direction you would like to go.
Before we decide on directions, I have a question about inventory to Aimee. Your knife was broken, your dagger,
Oh, yeah.
so you still have my knife, I take it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna remove it from my inventory for now. Or just at least make it tiny so it's not as heavy. That's it. I think you can make a repair check whenever we go to rest or something.
Yes.
All right. So what's the party's plan here? What's next step?
Let's go writing down. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And are we finished up? Do we need to... Okay. Before we leave and go anywhere, do we want to clean up anything here? Do we want to leave the demonic body just laying around?
Oh. Wait, yeah,
Ah,
we didn't
shit, we
actually
forgot to
burn it,
burn
did we?
that.
Do you want to spend
Are
a
we
quarter
coming
day
back?
doing a burial ceremony for the
Well, I did my own little ceremony by burying what I think was the woman's
Belongings.
belongings.
Is it gonna take a quarter day?
To burner?
I mean, we could just set her on
I'm
fire
just-
and walk away.
Is there like a
It doesn't need to
still
take a quarter day if you want to
smoldering
do something
stick
basic.
on
Okay.
the-
If you want to do a whole burial, it'll take a quarter day. If you would like to burn the body and say a few things, then you can do it and move on.
Let's do
Toss
that.
her on the campfire.
That seems disrespectful.
Classic
towards-
goblin funeral.
Josh is like,
Yeah. I mean, gather whatever materials around and just create like a small pyre to burn her.
Okay. You do so.
I want to light it.
okay. You have a torch?
I'll get one of the firewood sticks.
Ain't nobody got a torch.
not a area one.
I'll get a firewood stick and shove it in the fire.
Okay. Yeah. You set her burning, and everyone has an opportunity to say a few words if you would like. Anyone. Not everyone. Anyone.
I'm just gonna play the song the guy was humming on my
Okay.
lyre.
It sounds a lot like the background music.
I'll look at her and say, "You broke my knife in half, you ridiculous bitch. But at least you killed the guy. Thanks. Kind of." Turn and start walking.
Velas is some kind of elf.
Do all pink skins give weird eulogies?
I'm just impressed the goblin knows eulogy.
No. I don't think he's any dumber than the rest of you. You just assume. You just
That's my
assume.
racism.
He's got 3 wits. He's just as smart as Bill, and he's just
not
as
saying a
smart.
lot.
Well, he's not quite as smart as Ian. And he is.
I'm just smart in other ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you chew your foot and you lick the dirt.
He's average intelligence for the party, going off the wit stats, so, you know.
But
Anyway,
you do good checks.
just because he
And you
eats his
find-
toenails and makes a lot of noise doesn't mean
It's a cultural thing.
it's
I
cultural.
slap my feet as I go up.
Awfully protective of the goblins over here, Josh. A little bit too much for my liking.
Look. You want to do something about it, you could do something about it.
All right, I fight the goblin.
Alright, PvP already. Session 2.
I knew it would happen. I knew you all couldn't get along. We're going to be commissioning
Bill,
more art.
Marry
in a
the
minute.
goblin.
All right, so you're setting off.
Bury the goblin.
The Black Widow.
Yeah. I think we're ready to go.
All right.
Yes.
Tell me the
Black Widow
direction
Southeast.
southeast back through
Yeah.
territory you've gone through. All right, and since this is forest, you have already trodden trails. You don't need to have anybody do the lead the way.
Probably still have someone keep watch.
Yeah, you can have somebody keep watch, and then if there's an encounter, that's the person that's designated to do the role. So, all right, morning time. You set off. Whoops. Go to the map layer, you stupid. Okay. Boom. All right.
So we've already done our rolls for food and water, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you do? Yeah, you did yours. We all did it. I failed both.
All right,
Do you
please
need any
hold.
food and water? Are you
I still have a D6 of food.
okay?
I'll probably try and forage for more food whenever we.
You're in dark forest. No encounter. You make your way to the next hex
Mm-hmm.
and
Do one again.
southeast again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You head southeast.
have our druid lead the way.
Yeah, why don't you all set your exploration where you
If
want
you
it while I
wouldn't
do the
mind.
reveal on the map.
The lovely Aim.
Yeah. Let me roll
Lovely.
in a second.
Of course, he's rugged and leafy and handsome.
What am I rolling again? It's,
Survival?
is it survival? We don't have to though, unless it's.
This
I
is
think
new
we're going
territory.
uncharted territory. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
And what does Pathfinder give you again? It's an
Plus
additional.
one.
Okay.
I think I add one to the base. So
Or is it skill?
I can never remember.
This is new territory, and it's still considered deep forest. It's still dark and difficult.
Josh, with my talent Pathfinder, my
Yes.
survival roll is modified by +1. Do I put that +1 in base or skill?
You put that +1 in skill. That is no successes. Would you like to push the roll? Oh wait, you can't
Yes.
push on
Oh.
exploration rolls. So that was the lead the way roll.
Yep.
Okay, so having rolled 7 dice and still failed it.
I didn't fail, I just didn't succeed.
You
That's
failed.
the spirit.
Uh
That's the I got held back spirit.
uh-huh.
Nothing wrong with that.
Says the teacher.
Journey.
I mean, you're right. If you need to be held back, you need to be held back.
Look, I'm going to be a football star. I just need to get
Oh,
a little
football.
bigger.
Football.
Joe, roll
Yup.
2d6. Just /r space 2d6 in the chat. This is your mishap, so you get to roll it.
I didn't mishap.
Oh,
I just didn't
there's
succeed.
there's a
There was no
mishap.
skulls.
2-5.
Josh
That
is just
will
mad
be.
because I beat him in chess this week.
That's first of all, that's a lie. You
Wow, on
get.
stream, you can lie about this.
You realize that you're walking in a big circle. You're lost and won't make any progress on the map during this quarter day. Your Pathfinder must also roll survival to find their way out of the hex. One roll can be made per quarter day.
I look back at Grunrock, and then I look at the ground, and then I taste the dirt.
You see,
And I look
you
at him
see that
again.
you're. When you look down to taste the dirt, you see fingerprints from where Grunrock tasted the dirt a few hours ago.
I scowl at him, and then I roll my survival.
We're gonna travel again.
I didn't come this way.
We're lost, so he's got to roll survival to get us
All right.
out.
Oh.
He rolls survival, so you're unlost. However, you make no progress this quarter day, and I'm not revealing the next section of the map. You will have to try again in the next quarter day or set up camp.
Curses.
We need to
Do we
sleep.
want to push it or camp here?
We need to camp because you gotta sleep.
Okay.
That was fast.
So it's evening time.
It is now evening.
Are you gonna make camp, Ian, or do something?
That felt very like.
Really was.
I'm so sorry, Joe. I wasn't trying to be a dick. I was just like actually curious, and I
Did I
did it
take
in my
sharp
serious.
tongue or did Aimee take sharp tongue?
She's savage.
I was trying to
She's a
ask in my
savage.
serious character voice. I was
Between
not
this and the
trying to be a
eulogy,
bitch.
she's just tearing into people today.
You do not have
It
to set
is-
up camp. Do something.
No, I want to go ahead and. What did you do, Bill, to get your talent? You practiced it, right?
Yeah, you spend a quarter of a day and you roll a wits. And if you succeed on the wits roll, then you get it.
Yeah, I think that's what I would like to do.
So Aimee, you gonna make camp?
I guess. I was gonna try and fix my weapon, but I can try and make camp as well.
This is more important.
You're right. This is more important.
Is everybody locked in on their actions?
Killian's character, the dice.
It's just gonna say that forever.
You are bro Killian.
I really don't know how to get rid of that.
No, I like it.
It's because it's what I named it first when I created the character. We're gonna have to make like a new duplicate and just totally.
Nope.
I don't even know. All right. So anyway,
Killian's duplicate, the character.
uh-huh. All right. So that was a roll for what? Foraging.
Nope.
No
Why
one's
did it
rolled
say
anything.
survival?
So you didn't roll. So you need to click on the wits, but don't click roll. If it doesn't set your dice the first time, just click it a second time. Or you can just set the base dice to whatever your wits are.
Is this to learn a talent? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, try again. Success. You get it?
Ah, so does successes trump the skull?
Skull does nothing
yeah.
unless you push the roll.
I see. Okay.
Skull is just a non-success die, but if you push, it becomes damage. So you can ignore the skulls if you get at least one success. All right, you successfully learned the herbalist talent, right?
Yep.
Boom. Deduct the XP, and
I have.
meanwhile, we have Grunralk sleeping in preparation for the night. Vergello, you want to go ahead and make your forage roll?
Yes. Is that survival?
Yeah.
Huzzah!
That'll do it. You get a unit of vegetables.
Okay. I hand the unit of vegetables to someone who can carry. Oh wait, how much is
It can be eaten to just not take a roll on a food
Yeah, but I was
dye,
gonna cook it next.
or if you cook it
rest period.
before it goes bad in the next 24 hours, then it can increase somebody's die by 1 step.
Yeah.
Cool. So that'll do for that, and make camp is also a survival roll.
Survival. Got it.
Ooh.
Double
Oh, that's the shit.
success. You find a good
Good
location.
glamping.
It's nice and warm. Remember the last time we had to make camp and someone really sucked at it? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I was about to say, that's kind of aggressive.
There's no
kidding.
encounter this quarter.
Joe, I promise.
I forgot that it was even me. So
You're able to rest up with no mishaps or issues.
I don't remember it being
You now
cold
have
or
a
anything.
functional camp,
Camp.
and
Huzzah.
this completes this quarter. We go on to nighttime. So now we
Alright.
have 3 people sleep and 1 person watch. Is that the plan?
Yep.
All right.
So, yeah. Velociraptor, move your token.
Don't call him Velociraptor.
It's not your full name.
No.
All right. There's no encounter during the night. You rest uneventfully. It is morning.
All right. Let's try this again.
Let's go again.
Hopefully, I don't use all of my food.
Same here.
All right.
Who's next on the?
Yeah, everybody roll your food and water dice since this morning.
Ah, fuck. I'm out of food.
She's out of food. Whenever he cooks those vegetable... Uh-oh. Aen went down too.
Ah!
Oh no, 3 units of food gone today. Yesterday it drizzled and your bags were not sealed very well and there was a lot of spoilage. You ended up with a lot of soggy bread with worms in it after picking up your bags in the morning.
Sounds like protein to me.
Grunrock goes, what's wrong with that?
You guys got bags?
I've been storing my worms that I eat inside this bread that I found.
Puts my bread back in my hat and puts my hat on.
Worm comes crawling down his face.
No, stop. Stop. No, stop.
All right, cool. Morning actions. Is everybody where they
Travel.
want to be?
Are we traveling?
Damn it.
We can travel once, but then
Oh.
we need to forage for reals.
Wow. We have another failed lead the way roll. I assume that's
Are
what
you
that was
positive
for.
we can't push the lead the way?
You can't push rolls made while exploring. So we have a failed lead the way roll, which means we'll roll on that mishap table again. Give me another 2d6, Joe. Meanwhile, we have 2 people walking, 1 person keeping watch.
Slap, slap, goblin feet.
Couple of things here. Okay. There is no encounter, so that's good. And we get a 51 on Ye Find the Way, Lead the Way, Mishap table.
Ye old mishap.
That's going to be a hot fog. You're caught unawares by a thick fog descending on the forest around you.
Kind of makes sense.
The distance you cover this quarter day is decreased by 1 hex to 0, which means you're still in the same hex. If you're in difficult terrain, you're stuck in the hex in which you started, so 2 days in a row you've made no progress. In addition, each adventurer suffers 1 point of damage to empathy from having to trudge through the gloomy mist all morning.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that's very not good.
Do you guys have low empathy?
Yes.
I have 1 left.
A quarter day of
one left.
rest. A quarter day of rest can restore lost attribute points, but it means you're resting instead of doing something else. So, daytime. Daytime. Shall we try it again? Shall we rest to get our empathy back? What's going on? Everybody's pissy,
We
is
should
what I
try it
take that to
again.
mean.
Oh,
Try
again.
it again? Oh, sorry.
No!
Yeah.
Wow, shouty.
I have no food.
We don't. That's not a problem until tomorrow. It's daytime. We have a whole another quarter day of travel.
He's
Hank
got stuff to cook.
Can't travel. Like, Hank has to sleep. He can't
It's
do
Aimee.
anything.
It's day.
But the next round when we need him to forage, he cannot do that because he has to sleep.
He doesn't need
Need
to
to
forage.
forage.
There were tons of ones. This is a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. We're perfectly fine.
We got 2 on walk, 1 on lead the way, 1 on keep watch. Sounds like we're going to keep going.
It'll work out.
Velas, who is on
Times
keep
a
watch
charm.
duty, is standing there like, we should stay here and look for food. And everybody goes wandering off. So you're like, I guess I'm going to walk behind you and keep watch.
Yeah, my empathy's dropped to 1. You better be thankful that dagger's broken.
If we get lost in mist again, Velas is going to lose it and start smacking people.
So
It's on
it's
rock too.
All right. We are making another attempt to move on, so make another survival roll.
I look at Grumrock and I point at the ground and say, try it again.
You're starting to just believe that there is no sky and that this forest is trying to trap you. You've gone in circles for a day and a half now through fog and darkness and just seeing the same things over and over. You're all covered in mud and running out of food, and everything is bad.
If we get lost again, can we just stumble across our old camp and not have to do a make camp roll?
I mean, how big is this heck?
If you get very lucky, I'll give you a very small chance.
I'll take it.
All right, let's
Well-
get that survival roll and see if we make progress, finally.
We're going nowhere.
Why is it exploring in this
The
game
Dankwood
so
is
high?
eating you guys. That's 3 survival rolls in a row with no 6s. You've rolled
Yeah.
21 dice and not gotten a single 6.
Each one, too.
He's rolled 21 dice and not gotten a 6. Unbelievable.
Guess
Okay.
who loves the woods?
It's 'cause
And-
he-
It's all a ruse.
I'm so happy.
It's all a
Oh
ruse,
no,
just so you
guys! I didn't find the way again.
There is both an encounter and you have to roll on the mishap table.
know. Oh my
Alright,
god.
so I'm rolling again.
This whole session's just going to be the Dankwood trying to eat you guys. Yeah.
Dude,
I thought we'd
I'm
do
getting-
things, but apparently not.
I'm getting familiar with this.
Session
mishap
2,
table.
getting dank.
11.
Change the name. Change the name.
Oh boy.
11's a good one.
It's not fog.
You got a 65.
It's not fog. Maybe not
That
empathy
is...
Good things happen on the mishap table, right? Sometimes.
damage. Wild magic's fun.
Okay.
That laugh scares me.
You've been traveling in circles through mist and mud for quite a while now, and you are pretty sure that there is a black raven that you have seen multiple times before that is following you around and uh, and watching you, and it's starting to give you the creeps. And you see it watching you, and then you trudge on a ways, and you hear it flap to the next tree, and then post there and watch you. And then you travel on a ways, and you see it flap its way up to the next tree, post there and watch you. And you're starting to get a little bit paranoid about it. But every time you look closely at it, it seems to flutter away into the mist and then come back. And at some point, it's going to come up to Grunralk and try to nip some food out of your bag.
Man, I wish it had come to me, and so it could have been sorely disappointed. I would have turned it to food.
Grunralk is going to have to make a scout roll for this thing to not get into your hat while you're like going off to pee in the woods. You like take your hat off and set it down, and this raven is going to try to get up in your food.
Is that where you keep your food?
Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps his food in his
Does
hat.
he get any kind of bonus with me keeping watch? Like, do I see it? Can I be like, Unrock!
You can also make a scout roll since you're on the watch during this period of time. I'll let both of you roll it, and if either of you gets it, you can shoo the raven away.
Can I catch the raven?
Let's see if you get your scouting roll first. Grunralk doesn't.
I don't think.
Neither of you do. Grunralk, your food die goes down by
Push
1.
Can they push those rolls?
Those rolls can be pushed, yeah.
I'll push.
This game's bugged.
You can't seem to succeed on a die roll tonight, I'll give you that.
I've succeeded on my rolls.
How do I push? I
Just
closed
press
out
the
of it.
push button.
I closed out of it.
So just click
Scouting and
click
push.
scouting again and then click push.
Okay.
Because you didn't roll anything significant.
Oh.
But I take damage, right?
Yes.
Grunralk takes 1 point of damage. What is the attribute associated with scouting?
Wit.
Okay, you take 1 point of damage to wits.
Okay.
You think you hear something, it makes you really paranoid, and you're straining your eyes and looking over your shoulder, and it's getting you like exhausted and
But you also gain a
confused
willpower
and
point.
frustrated. Yeah, you do gain a willpower point for that. Velas succeeds, spots the raven, shoos it away, and saves you losing any of your food.
Any chance I can like catch it in my bag of empty food?
Maybe.
You want to eat the raven?
Fuck yeah! I don't have food.
The ravens of the Dankwood have a reputation for being very intelligent and very persistent, especially when they sense weakness. You can now make the roll that you would make for hunting, which I believe specifies that you have to either have a ranged weapon or traps.
I have neither of those things.
Yeah.
Food bag could be a trap.
I'm very stealthy. That was like my goal.
Okay.
To, like come up behind it and
So,
try and, like
all right.
snatch it in the bag.
Make a stealth roll at a -2 to your base dice because of the difficulty.
Okay.
And if you still succeed, then you will catch the raven, and it will give you a unit of meat.
No, friend.
I got it.
Don't kill it.
That'll do
Eat
it.
it.
She sneaks up behind it and bags a raven. Very impressive.
So, what are you gonna name it?
Lunch.
Yeah. Did one of you say lunch and the other one said dinner? That was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I broke
I
the
wouldn't eat that raven if I were
broke the
you.
cameras on the stream. There we go.
Yeah, because you have food, dumbass.
I wouldn't eat it either.
Why?
All right.
That's
'Cause-
surprising.
Cause he tried to take my hat. He has good taste.
He wanted the food in your hat.
Nonsense.
Debatable.
All right, so moving on. You saved yourselves losing any food. However, there's also an encounter during this quarter
God.
day, which means
wasn't the
Velas
encounter.
might be making. No, that wasn't the encounter.
That
That
was
was
a mishap.
that was the lead the way mishap.
Oh my goodness.
So now we have an encounter. We are really going to be lost in the woods this entire session. This is exactly what I planned on.
Session 2 game.
So 64. All right, let me see what this encounter is. It's
Till it's real.
there's definitely an encounter.
Session 1.
We're in Dark Forest. Referencing. What is this one gonna be? Oops.
So Amy, you have a unit of meat. I have a unit of vegetables.
Stir fry.
Hey.
I can turn those into like food dye
Cool.
to increase it. Who has no food?
I have
What up?
food. You have
Okay.
no food. Yusha?
Getting us lost. I have no food. I'm an excellent druid.
I thought that you had.
Oh boy.
No, you have none. F.
They appear without warning. A group of once proud human warriors. Now they are nothing but crumbling skeletons, which for some reason have been given unholy life. They are totally silent, but when they start to move, you hear the dry sound of centuries-old bones creaking against each other. The grinning skulls of the skeletons open their jaws when they attack, emitting silent screams. You are ambushed.
What about keep watch?
What about keep watch?
Go ahead and roll your keep watch.
What do I roll?
Scouting?
You're ambushed by a group of 4 skeletons.
Jeez.
You're always welcome to flee if you're worried about it. You do succeed on the keep watch, so they're not going to get the jump on you. We're going to draw initiative with no modifiers. And, oops. Let's go back to
So
here.
I read about spells, Josh.
Yes,
I can't cast anything without any willpower,
correct.
from what I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
But if I did have willpower, one of the ingredients for Purge Undead is a holy symbol. Would the burnt amulet that you said looked as though it was a holy symbol be used as an ingredient in this? Or
It was deliberately defaced, but if you make a crafting roll on it, it will become usable as one. If
Okay.
you basically unbend it, polish it up, try to get all the grime and
But it
char
could
off of
be any idols symbol?
Yeah, it doesn't specify, so any god that you
suppose-
revere and trust in.
Oh, well, this was the god of Raven? Or the Raven
Yeah.
god?
Mm-hmm. It's just a question of if you consider the raven to be a god that you want to use a holy symbol of.
Aimee ate it, so I don't know.
Not yet. It's just in my bag.
It is dead though.
Probably.
All right, so here we go. We have skeletons. Sorry, there we go. All right, I am going to let me get the music going here. Danger music.
Danger music.
It's just, I am in danger.
Danger.
Eat
Damn it! I had to do the laugh first, Joe.
All right, I'm doing an initiative roll for everybody here. I have a better way to do this now. Let me add skeletons.
We all have a heart. Oh no, Grunrock has an ace. That's dumb. It's on me.
Hang on a sec. I'm gonna grab. Hang on, unstack for a sec.
Oh, it's you. I'm sorry.
No problem. Let me go to a new page. All of you on here. Why is this not
I
pasting?
have
There
no
we go.
weapons.
Yeah, we might. If you feel ill-equipped to handle this, you can totally just flee the situation.
Flee. Flee.
We might get lost.
You might.
Be lost. We're already lost.
I like
We
this danger
have-
music.
Break
Yeah.
and run.
All right.
Split the party.
That was a terrible color choice.
Split the party.
They can't eat
Skeleton.
us all.
I'm gonna roll randomly to see who these pop up next to.
Where's the music coming from? Can I turn it up?
Roll 20.
Roll 20.
And yeah, you can adjust the roll 20 volume.
Why did it get significantly quieter?
Yeah.
I turned it down because Joe said it was too loud. It was also a little
No.
loud for me.
No, he wanted it.
wanted to
Joe said
hear
he
it
wanted it
more.
louder.
Oh, my bad. Well, fine then.
Joe said, I want to hear more. Josh said, I don't know.
Yeah, again, Josh is bitter because I'm better at questions.
Sure. Okay, so let me roll to see exactly where these things are. 3, 1, 1, 1. That's gonna be one of them pops up around Grunralk, and 3 of them pop up around Vergello.
Ah, dadgummit, I knew it.
Marry the leader.
You're all
Let's see you
considered
turn
to
out of this
be.
one, pretty boy.
You're all considered to be in the same zone with each other, as represented by this box. Everyone is at short range to everyone, but if something is in a square adjacent to you, then they are considered at arm's reach to you for rules purposes. So Vergello is basically ambushed by 3 skeletons and is in melee range of them, and Grunralk is next to 1. Velas and Aeon, either of you could flee the scene without hindrance because there's no skeletons actually engaged with you. And I am going to now draw initiative cards.
I'm
And
engaged times 3.
deal.
Easy go it, Tengen.
There. Ascending. Boom.
Demon Slayer joke.
The skeletons go first. Very good, very
Oh,
good.
no.
No. They
Well-
all roll on one? The whole stack?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
my
What happened
ace
to the
went
ace?
away.
That was just what they were set to
Placeholder.
default.
Got it.
Yeah.
So hang on one
I'm
sec.
default an ace.
All right. The Restless Dead are going to move in.
Do we need to declare now if we're gonna change turn order?
Yeah, if anybody wants to swap turn order around, this is the time to do it. You go ahead and discuss if you want to.
Bill, do you want my turn order?
I think it doesn't
don't
matter
think
a
it matters.
ton because all the skeletons are going and then everybody else is going.
Can I trade with the skeletons?
No.
I'm just kidding. I knew it. It's worth a shot.
Hey, they may have said yes. Oh, pardon me. Yes, of course. By all means.
Thank you for asking. You don't know
Excuse
the
me,
rest.
sir. Can I attack first?
Oh, absolutely. Is that all right with you boys? Oh, yes, quite.
Oh, yes. You know, no one ever stops to talk to us. It's always just slash murder.
It really rattles my cage, if you know what I mean.
What's a skeleton's favorite instrument to play, guys?
I would just go with the xylophone.
Marimba.
What is it, Aimee? Tell us. We're all
It's
dying
definitely
tonight.
not the trombone. It's the bongos. They don't have lungs to play a trombone, but they got hands to play the bongos.
All right, 3
This
of
is
these
the-
things. 3 of these things are going to move in on Vergello and take swings at him, and one is going to move at Grunralk and take a swing at him. All of you can declare actions, so if you would like to spend any actions dodging or parrying, you can do so.
I'm gonna parry.
Okay.
I have to dodge.
Okay.
If all 3 hit me, I'm down.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Wow, this music is intense.
Yeah, I got
I
heated
mean-
real quick.
right when I said too, like if I take 3 damage, I'm down. It's just like
All right.
But it build it up twice and just like drops out.
All right.
I'm not having the Legend of Zelda.
They have rusty broadswords.
They used to call me in college.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Broadsword.
Broadsword.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why would they call you broadsword?
It
No, it
fits.
was Rusty Broadsword.
But why?
They were
Fits.
terrible at coming up with nicknames.
Fair enough.
Here
Josh,
go the
I'm not seeing a
attacks.
cry skill.
The first one misses.
Good.
The second one gets a hit. Would you like to try to dodge?
I would like to try and dodge. I have a question.
Yeah.
On the second one no, I would have to I would dodge the first one that hit. So, I will dodge the first one.
Actually, yeah. Let me check how this ordering works. I want to make sure we do it right.
Because technically speaking, I would want to try and dodge the second one because I have a chance to block 2 hits.
Yeah.
But if the order matters in which you rolled it, then it would be the second one.
Yeah. One sec.
How does a 20 not hit and a 15 hits?
It's the individual. Yeah, don't look at the total. You're looking for sixes.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. I was like, I'm so confused.
You must declare if they're going to dodge or parry before you roll your attack. Dodge and parry are called reactive actions since they're performed immediately and they break the normal initiative order in the round. However, they do count towards your 2 available actions in the round, 1 slow, 1 fast. So if you still want to be able to run away, you would have to save 1 up. So you would declare that you're dodging, presumably.
And then you would roll the attack.
I would roll the attack. The first one would miss anyway, so the dodge would be irrelevant. For the second action, we can actually back up. I should have done these one by one. Because they're reactive. You would declare that you're dodging.
I am declaring that I'm dodging.
You dodged the first attack, but it didn't matter because it wasn't going to hit anyway. Then I would ask, let's ignore those other 2 die results since I didn't give you an opportunity to choose before seeing the results. So the first one misses you. The second one, you can choose if you want to dodge or not. If you do dodge any additional times, you will not have the opportunity to flee this round.
I will not dodge.
Okay. Then I'm
I
going
would
to
want the
roll
ability
it
to run away.
fresh. Okay. Here we go. Fresh roll. 1 hit. You will be hit for 2 points of damage. Do you have any kind of armor protection?
Nope, just
All right,
my tears.
that's 2 damage to your strength. Then the third one is coming in to swing at you. Do you want to attempt to dodge the third one or hold off so that you can flee?
I have to dodge. If I get hit, then the party either leaves without me or has to stay anyways.
Yeah, but if you dodge, then you have to take another entire round of attacks, right? Because you won't be able to flee this round.
I guess
It's
I'm
a
getting
bad
knocked down.
choice.
Yeah.
Combat's hardcore.
Dodge or no dodge?
Well, I do have a question. What do I roll for dodge?
Where's your health?
I have 1 point of strength left.
Oh, it's strength.
If he
That's
gets
your
hit
health?
again, he's going down.
Yeah. What, Josh? What do I roll to? What
Yeah.
would I roll to dodge?
Dodge. Oh, these are slashing attacks, so dodge gets +2. I forgot to specify that because they're swinging broadswords with slashing attacks. So, you will actually get 2 extra die on that previous dodge, but it's a move roll. It rolls your move skill. It's move
So I
plus
would
2.
roll a 5.
Your move skill plus whatever its associated attribute plus 2 on top of that.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna try and dodge. I mean, I think.
Okay. Yeah, make a move roll at a +2 to the skill dice. Do you want to push it?
I want to push it. My agility hasn't taken any damage, so I take 1 of the dice away. 'Cause
Yeah.
the skull
You
stays.
re-roll the other 4 and hope to get a success. 2 successes.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, that negates the attack. All right. So you're out of actions. but you are up. And the party is up. We now go to Grunralk.
I am
Oh wait,
parrying.
one of them attacks Grunralk. Are you going to parry this attack?
Yes. Do you attack before I parry, or do I roll the parry?
It missed anyway, so the parry's irrelevant. So we now go to Grunralk. It is your turn. You get 2 actions. I'm actually going to show a deck of cards here. If you look at this, it contains all of the standard combat actions with some notes on what things do. So you can look at these cards.
They're super tiny.
You can click on the deck and then click on the card and zoom in on it.
Okay.
So Vergello's in big trouble.
It looks like we're staying this round.
Someone's remaking a character. You know.
I will attack the skeleton that tried to attack me.
Okay, go ahead. Result.
That's a hit.
Yeah. That is a hit. It does base damage to the skeleton.
Base damage.
Base damage of whatever weapon you're using.
Scimitar. Where is the base damage on this?
Should just be DMG.
They have some tattered studded leather armor that's going to give them 1 point of armor protection. So,
Am I
roll for
actually
that.
stupid?
Oh my
Not
god,
really.
he got a 6.
Okay,
Of course he
that's
got a
fine.
6. How much damage does it do?
It's 2.
Okay, he ends up taking 1. Because I rolled a 6 on his 1 armor die, so it reduces the damage by 1. Of course I did. And then you get 1 more action that can be any fast action. So this could be moving. This could be moving next to a different one, or it could be doing something. Well, you're engaged in melee, so moving away would require a roll. Let's see what else you can do. This combat deck.
You could taunt.
Taunt to try to get somebody attacking you instead of Vergello.
Yeah, though it is a manipulation. No, it was performance.
So you could try
And-
performance to try to taunt others to attack you. You could try.
Wait,
Let's
how
see.
does a feint work? That's a fast action. Feint says exchange initiative cards with an opponent at arm's length. The new turn order takes effect at next round. No rolls required.
Okay. What's that under? Maneuver?
Maneuver, fast action feint.
Okay. Let me check if there's any rolls involved in that.
Is there any way to get these cards like bigger,
just
or where I can
happens.
see multiple?
I'm not sure. I'll have to figure it out in between. You could go off the book instead.
That's fine. That's fine. I can do
Feint just happens if you spend your extra action on it. Since there was no ambush, I'll assume you all got weapons drawn before these things were in, so you don't have to spend any actions drawing weapons. So if you spend your fast action, you can just feint and trade initiative with an enemy.
it. Okay, yeah.
Which
I'll
would
feint.
give. So you want to feint? Okay. I'll
I
fix the
think it
initiative.
only trades with the one in front of me, right?
You would trade with all the skeletons as a group. You take the
Oh.
2, they take the 3. You'll get to go again before they go again. And at the start of the next round, you could trade that first initiative to somebody else, like, say, Vergello, and let him run away. So, fancy
Wait, we
options.
can trade initiative at the start of every new round?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just the start of combat.
yeah. You can trade at the start of each round. So, if he faints, He steals their initiative. He becomes 2. They become 3. And then at the start of the next round, he could trade that to you to give you a chance to get away, potentially. Velas, you are up. You can have any weapon drawn of your choice, and then decide what you
Got
want to
one
do.
now. God, performance is an empathy check. And we
Yeah,
got one.
don't worry about taunting. You'd roll a 1.
Yeah. I mean, I would. I've only got 1 empathy. I'm rolling a singular dice.
Yeah.
Well, I could try to feint with. Can I feint with the skeletons and get the 3? And give them the 4?
Yeah. You could.
And how much movement do we have?
I think you can move from one zone to another as a fast action.
Could I move like here? I guess.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's just this whole zone right here. You can be anywhere in this zone.
Okay. But I've got to be an arm's length.
Yeah, you can. You're not in arm's length with anybody, so you can spend your fast action moving to be in arm's length with anyone you choose, and then still
But
have
I
an
have
action
to-
remaining. But if you're gonna feint, if you're gonna feint, then you have to get at arm's length to somebody.
And I'm not there yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Um.
So you would have to move up to one of them and then feint, and then you could steal their initiative card.
Can I move up and feint in the same turn? Or that's 2 different turns because my fast action is to move.
Just move and attack.
You can move and attack, or move and feint, or
I
run away and save
will
your own hide.
Move and attack.
Okay,
Why not?
sounds good.
With Bill's kitchen knife.
Okay. That is a hit. I'll roll their 1 point of armor. No protection. It will do 1 point of damage. That skeleton is badly injured and is 1 point away from death.
See, these guys are easy as long as they're not surrounding the bard.
And yeah, he's shambling and swinging wildly. It is now Aen's turn to go.
I'd like to move up. Oh, why was that so difficult? I'd like to move up there and swing at
That
this
one.
guy.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack with your staff. I believe there's different attacks depending on the weapon type, right?
So it is melee, range, arm's length. Do I just? How do I fill in the attack?
Are your weapon stats on your character sheet?
Yes.
So just there on the weapon under ATTK, there's the die. If you click it, it'll fill in the die, and then you just click roll down at the bottom.
I see.
You wanna
Brilliant.
push it?
If you push it, you will take a point of damage to your
Might
strength.
break your staff.
Oh,
No,
it would go to his strength because it wasn't the staff die that got the skull. So you'll take at least 1 point of damage to strength if you push it.
And the way that you can get that damage off of your strength is by resting.
Is by resting, and your strength is your HP basically. So you're basically losing a point off your HP, but you might get a hit off it because you get to reroll 3 dice. Blunt hook parrying.
Do I get a willpower for pushing? Yeah.
You do. Well, yes,
Well.
you get 1 point of willpower for pushing because technically you were supposed to remove a die and have it stay a skull, but they all missed anyway, so it didn't matter. So you managed to hit the skeleton. You do the base damage of
So-
your staff.
I was meant to manually remove because I hit push.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah, you have to manually
remove.
remove the number of dice that are showing skulls. It didn't end up mattering.
Okay.
So, but yes, you
sorry.
take a point of damage to your strength. You gain a point of willpower, and you successfully hit the skeleton, dealing a point of damage to it. And we are now on to Vergello.
I have no actions.
who has no actions. And we're back around to Grunralk.
Okay.
You could.
Wait.
You're first in the initiative. So at this point,
Right.
anyone in the party can swap initiatives with each other, as you wish.
I will trade with Vergello.
Okay.
Take last and give him first.
Thank you,
Okay.
good sir.
Okay.
You're a goblin among men.
Well, yeah.
Among elves.
Okay.
So,
Grunralk is swapping with Vergello, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Still figuring out how this initiative should work. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Whoop. Okay. I'll adjust it. But you all go ahead.
So if I'm first, how do I get to safety?
GTFO?
Yeah.
Well, when you have to, so looking at it, where is it? It's a fast action to retreat from combat, right? Am I reading this wrong?
Yeah. Prerequisite at enemy's arm's length, retreat. Makes sense to me, yeah. So that I would just move.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
would have
move
to
roll.
succeed on a move roll to get away.
I'm rolling 2 dice. Do I get any
Oof.
bonuses? I got a bonus to dodge, so I don't know if I get a bonus to move.
I can't think of anything that would give you a bonus to the move. Let's combat. What's it called? Flee?
Retreat.
Retreat.
Well, there is a flee slow action, but that's no enemy at arm's length.
Yeah, I have to retreat first.
Okay. Yeah, retreat says this action must be used instead of run if you have an active enemy at arm's length. Brings you to
Which I got
near
through.
range. Roll for move. If you fail, you move, but your enemy gets a free attack against you. A slash, stab, or punch that doesn't count toward their actions in the round and which you cannot parry or dodge. So the skeletons will get a swing at you if you fail.
Can I... My, willpower abilities that allow me to heal. It says a number of your comrades equal to the number of willpower I spend within short range each recover 1 point of damage to an attribute.
Okay.
And I decide which attribute. Does that include myself?
I would assume so. What's the ability called?
It's the second rank in Path of the Hymn.
Okay. 1 sec. Path
It's
of
the fact that it
Hymn.
just says a number of your comrades.
Maybe not. Slow action. Yeah, I guess help up to their feet. Number of your comrades equal to willpower you spend. Yeah, maybe it can't target yourself since it just says comrades.
Okay.
I think it
That's what I was
probably
wondering.
can't.
If I could heal myself before moving, but yeah, I it's a gamble. I'm gonna try and move out the way.
Okay.
Ooh, Bill.
So the question is do I push the roll?
I mean,
Yes.
what happens if you do?
You
You only get to roll 1 dice.
You'll lose an
Negative
agility. Does the agility damage break you if you push? If you take 1?
It does.
Oh, if you take 1, yeah, so you're automatically going to be broken and unable to fight.
But I get hit and I can't dodge, so I will automatically.
You don't get
away.
hit necessarily.
No,
They have to
no.
roll to hit. You get attacked.
No, well, yeah.
They could miss. But if you
could miss.
push it, then you automatically fall to the ground and can't proceed. So I think you don't push it and you just hope they miss you.
I'll do that.
All right.
The mercy of the dice gods.
All right. Let me check that they still get to roll if you fail to get away at all. Close combat.
Well, I think that like if I failed the move roll, I get away, but they get a free attack.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
So I would get away regardless. I'm just the hit would kill me.
If you fail, you move, but your enemy gets a free attack. Okay, yeah. So all 3 of them are going to get to attack you.
Oh, jeez. Then I would have tried to push it. What my odds? I mean,
No, but if
is
you
my
push
odds
it, you automatically go down because you only have 1 agility, and if you push it, you're going to take a damage.
If I push it and fail, I'm gonna take a damage.
No, if you push it and succeed, you'll still take a damage from that 1 skull that doesn't get re-rolled.
Yeah, that would have brought it down to. That would have brought it down to. I rolled 2 dice, and I had 1 skull.
Yeah.
So right now I'm at 1 damage to agility. I have 2 agility. If I push it, I take 1 skull damage and I roll 1 dice. If I succeed, then I'm just at 1
So
agility.
you currently have 2 agility left?
Yes.
Oh, so the skull doesn't automatically down you. It only downs you if you roll another one. Yeah, you should re-roll it
If I push it, I would just down it. Okay. So
because then you have a 1 in 6 chance to avoid all these attacks, and a 1 in 6 chance that you just go down, which you're likely to anyway. I would say push it. And just don't get another skull. Okay, you still don't get away, but no further consequence. You do take another agility damage, and all 3 skeletons are going to attack you. Yeah. Okay.
I think I got hit. I'm no expert, but I think all 3 of them hit me.
Yeah. Well, the first one is going to hit you and break you. We're going to be rolling critical injuries here.
TPK?
This is slash damage.
I don't think this is a TBK. I think, honestly, Hank, I think you could easily take on these skeletons. It's the fact that all 3 of them chanced on top of me, and I have no armor, no strength, no good ability to dodge. Like,
yeah.
Then my Josh rolls a 6 on the defense for the armor.
Right, but it's still just a 1 in 6, and you still do 1 damage.
True.
All right.
If this character dies, I'm making a half-elf sorcerer.
He's prepared.
Being broken is always bad, but having your strength or wits broken is especially dangerous. It can trigger long-term effects and even cost you your life. Critical damage tables, roll d6 on the table, relevant to the latest form of damage you've suffered. If your critical injury is listed as lethal, someone must make a successful healing roll to save you. Otherwise, you die when the time indicated has passed. If you recover attribute points above 0 before you die, you can attempt to heal yourself. You can attempt to heal yourself, but the roll gets a -2 penalty. Each person trying to heal you can roll only once. There are a small number of critical injuries that kill you outright. Yeah. All right, we're rolling. All 3 skeletons hit, so we're rolling 3 times on the critical injuries table. Yeah, sure. Roll 2d6 one at a time, and I'll announce the results. First 2d6. I think it's worse if you roll higher. If you roll a double 6, you're dead. 5-3 is bad.
I think they're all bad.
This is okay. You're bleeding from the gut.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. You have ruptured intestines. You will. You will die in a matter of hours if you do not receive healing, and you will be inflicted with disease due to infection. Go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
5-2.
That one is bleeding now.
That one is bleeding for the gut. You will die in a matter of hours. 1 point of damage at each roll for might. Each time you roll a might, move, or melee roll, you will take a point of damage. And you will die in a matter of hours. And roll 1 more.
All right.
Same
Can I
thing.
roll that one again? That's a 7.
No, I think you just get the exact same result again. You're bleeding from the gut in 2 different places and have ruptured intestines. So, you are very dying in a matter of hours and might suffer disease from infection. And if you try to make any might, move, or melee roll, you will take a point of damage, which will force you to roll on this table again.
Okay.
Vergillo is down. Disabled.
Okay, so I'm broken. I don't get slow action or anything.
Right. You're just out of the combat.
Okay.
Can we move him? Like, if Veloz ran over and, like, put, like, an arm, like, under his shoulder, can I, like, drag him away?
You could. if you break away from the thing you're fighting to do it. But it's the skeleton's turn right now. So Ain is being attacked twice. First attack against you. Oh, I forgot to ask if you were going to dodge or parry, so you get off the hook for that one. This one is going to get a miss. The second one, do you want to dodge or parry this? Or do you want to save
What's
your
the
actions?
difference? I want to save my actions.
Okay, so just let this one swing at you.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Bring it on.
it hits. That's going to be 2 damage to you. I don't think you have any armor, right?
Nope.
That's 2 damage to your strength. And
I'm down.
Are you
Oh.
really?
were you down a point of strength already from something?
Yes, because I had to push my.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the second source. Roll 2d6 on the critical injury table, Joe.
Is that just 2d6?
Yeah, / R space 2d6.
Yep. And it's
Oh
a good
boy,
one,
that's
right?
that's a good one. Your throat was slit. You are dying in a matter. You are dying in a matter of rounds if someone doesn't heal you.
Can I heal myself?
Not while
Uh,
broken.
both of our healers just got broken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, dude, you and I only have 1 empathy apiece. What the fuck are we gonna do?
Gank the mage.
All right. It's oh yeah. One of these is attacking Grunralk.
So, if I fast action, okay.
Do you want to dodge or parry, or neither?
Parrying.
I keep
eats a
forgetting to
fast
ask
action.
before rolling these.
I think it's fast. Parrying eats fast action. Yes. Yeah, I'll parry.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. That is a triple success on the parry. That's going to completely negate the attack.
Nice.
And that is it for the skeletons. Velas, you're up.
It's a move roll to get out of arm's reach.
It
So
is.
it's yeah.
Okay.
Retreat is a move skill. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to retreat.
You want to take a
I'm gonna push it.
move his strength, right?
Move his
Man,
agility.
the dice tonight.
Yeah, they've not been that great. Except that parry roll. That one's sexy.
Okay.
Do-
You will take 1
do I
point of
still take
damage
the
to your
one-
agility, and you will succeed on this move to break away. So now you're not engaged with anything. What would
Is
you
there
like
a
to do with
place
your
to
other action?
track willpower?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's above.
Oh yeah, you
experience.
gain a point of willpower.
Sorry, this is the first time I've got. So I'm like, where can I put this? Also, where's experience?
It's so if you go below, it's armor, helmet, shield, and then willpower's on the left.
Oh,
Next
it's on
to-
the bottom.
Yeah.
I was looking on top. Cool. I'm gonna run the other way. I'm gonna try and grab Jello and just throw my arms under him and start backpedaling fast.
Getting to him will take your turn. So you
Damn it.
or
Just-
what does the runaway action do? Hold on. Let me
Flee?
check. No, the retreat action, the one that breaks you out of melee, what does it say? Do you go to anywhere within short range? Or do you just cease to be at arm's reach? What does it say?
I'm trying to find.
Brings you to near range. Roll for move. If you fail, they get to attack you. Okay, so you get to near range. Okay, now your retreat action can put you next to him if you want, and then you can use an action to try to drag him away. But the skeletons are going to come at you and start attacking you, and you can't outrun them while dragging somebody. So, are you trying to get away from the combat entirely? Because you won't be able to outrun them while carrying a full-size person.
Save yourself. We don't know each other that well. And you're not empathetic.
I'm not
scrub.
empathetic. I've only got one now, scrub.
Yeah.
So you said that I can. God, if only we had rested.
I don't think that would have
Don't,
mattered.
don't I told you so this.
That would not have mattered.
I
You
rolled
said,
a trip the elves to the zombies eater.
No, I would like to blame this on the not rested and not the poor navigation. This is definitely because we didn't rest.
It's none of those things. Josh explicitly attacked me with 3 skeletons. It's all Josh's fault.
so there's
random.
what if they'll follow me no matter what? The
Aw,
skeletons will.
that's kind of cute.
They seem like they will.
Joe has literally rounds to live. If we don't pull him out, he's fucked.
I mean, if you want to save your friends, you're going to have to beat the skeletons and then heal them. Is what it comes down to. You've got
Yeah,
one of
that's
these
the thing.
things a hit away from dead.
You're either in a fight with skeletons or you guys leave. Those are your choices.
But if we leave, you both die.
Yeah.
Will Bergello die? Can we not run and then just kind of watch, like, and see if they leave and don't eat him?
They don't eat. They're skeletons. They're not zombies, right?
That's you.
Oh, true.
You're
Like,
welcome to retreat and
Bergello
leave the
has
skeletons
powers.
with your unconscious friends if you want.
That's your prerogative. You can abandon your friends and try.
If you want to take backseat the runaway roll and try to fight instead, that's fine. Or you can
Yes, I'm sorry. I would like to do that. I thought that I might stand a chance of like picking someone
getting them
up
out.
and running. Yeah.
I think your best option is to just run away.
If you
Are
want to
you
get your
cool
point
with
of
your
agility
character
back
dying?
and keep fighting, you can.
If this is starting to look like a TPK, it's now 4 versus 2.
But the fighter's still up, and the rogue might finish off a skeleton with this
The
attack.
rogue is using a butter knife.
It's iffy.
I'm dead. It's y'all's call. I'm just saying, not what would Aimee do, what would her character do?
I think both of your characters would abandon the
I
shit.
think both your characters would completely leave us.
Yeah.
100%.
No takesies backies.
I think if
Not-
Bill and I were up, this would be totally different. I think
Exactly.
we would try and rescue the shit
two
out
of
of
us
you.
would be, like,
Grunrock.
fighting hard, trying to be the
I'm out.
heroes.
And I'm gonna end up circling around and like watching to see if they'll leave so I can get back to Vergello.
Yeah.
I've only got 1 dice to roll to heal you, man. Like I am not the one. I would have had 2, but I lost the empathy.
Grunrock is torn. Grunrock is torn because of certain things. How does double up work?
Oh man, I'm excited to see.
I don't know if I can use that though. That's the thing. An action from the same category. Combat cards.
Not all.
So I can
goblins-
only do 1 fast and 1 slow action. Right?
Right.
But double up confuses me because it says it which you use if you want to perform 2 actions from the same card during a single round. So does that mean I can attack twice?
No, that's if you want to do 2 fast actions. And there's only
Oh,
one copy
okay.
of the fast action card. You put the double up with it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You
That
don't have
clarifies.
to... There's a combat variant where we all secretly pick the cards, but I'm just announcing what the enemies do in advance and letting you react to it instead.
Okay, cool. Gotcha, cool. That makes sense. I want to... I have to read one thing. I gotta find it, sorry.
You either try to rampage and take on all these skeletons, or you get out, pretty much.
Would your character actually stay?
There's extenuating circumstances.
It's all
With-
you.
Backstory.
Yeah,
wanted to marry you.
I don't know. I don't know your stuff. It was a genuine question. You know, if you think he'll stay, do your thing. Aimee always plays the same character, so I know her character would leave.
Would not have left. Fuck you.
You have 3 points of armor, and your strength is 5, so you have effectively 5 health. There's a world where you can take on these skeletons, but it's gonna be tight, and you would have to down one now for sure to have any kind of fighting chance.
Stab the one in front of me with my scimitar.
All right.
And as
You're
I
gonna
do,
keep on
not
fighting?
again!
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so open this up. Attack. So I have sword fighter. It says my attack and parry rolls are modified by +1 when I parry with a sword. Do I have to add that manually, or does the system calculate that in?
It won't automatically calculate that in. You'll have to add a die to your skill dice.
So I've been rolling this wrong all along. I got to add 1 to that because I'm using well, is a scimitar count as a sword? Am I dumb here? Okay. So add 1 to the skill dice and roll for stab.
Josh, I sent you something in direct message.
Okay. That will finish off this skeleton for sure. So
Keep doing it.
that's 1 down.
All right, and then I will turn and fast action disarm the one behind me
Woof. Okay.
by
Go for
making a melee roll.
Okay. Go ahead. Is that opposed by anything? That is 3 successes, so
Damn.
let me
I
just
don't know.
get the details of how disarm works.
I was about to say I've never done it, but
Yeah. So disarm. It says 93 in the core rulebook.
If you succeed, the opponent drops their weapon, which lands at arm's length. Any excess have no effect.
they can parry or dodge the disarm, so the skeleton has
Okay.
that choice.
It will try to parry it almost certainly, but it's not got much chance of success. Because you got so many. Yeah. Okay. He wastes an action trying to parry and is now disarmed. Then it's going to be the down people, skeletons. So this one is going to move away clumsily and try to pick up its weapon, which will give you a free attack. You just get to swing and it doesn't get to dodge or parry this.
So just a regular
It's
scimitar
not smart enough to
attack.
withdraw properly. It's going to run
I
back
have
and
to
try to
add
get it.
+1 from my weapon and attack. Oof.
No.
Okay, so I can push it.
You can
Or
choose
can I
to
not
push
push
it, but you'll take at least 1 damage to your strength in the process. It's up to you. But
I'll
there's
push
okay, there's a good chance you get a hit on him, so it's kind of
What? Oh my
wow.
god.
You take a point of damage.
Did it have to roll to move?
No, it just auto failed, so it didn't roll. You rolled 15 dice and didn't get any successes. That was terrible. All right, he moves away and clumsily picks up his weapon. This one's going to move in and attack you, and this one's going to move in and attack you. First one, would you like to dodge or parry this?
Yes, I will parry this one.
Okay.
+1 to my skill because I forgot I was not calculating that correctly.
He got 2 successes, so you need a parry to prevent this doing damage. You reduce his successes by 1. You can push the parry, but you'll take a point of damage anyway. So, well, actually, you're going to take 2 damage because the base damage of the sword is 2 damage. But if you succeed on the push, then you negate the 2.
How does armor work? I have 3.
Oh, yeah. You also will get to roll your armor dice to block the damage. So I think first, though, you will decide if you want to push your parry or not. But then after that, you'll get to roll 3d6, and any 6s will reduce the damage.
I have to get one more success to clear the parry.
Yeah.
But you will take 1 more strength damage.
I'll push.
Okay. Reroll all of the non-successes and non-skulls. Okay. You weren't supposed to reroll the success, but you got
my
enough
fault.
that it didn't matter. Okay, so you take 1 damage to your strength
Yeah.
from pushing the parry. You completely negate the attack. And now the second one's coming at you. Are you going to dodge or parry this one?
I'll try. Dodge is move, right?
Yeah, but it'll take away your other action. And you'll have no
I can't
actions
attack
left.
afterwards.
Right.
I'll take it.
No hits.
The confidence. I'll take it.
Aimee,
Mhm.
you turn back and still hear fighting in the distance. Keep running.
Yeah.
And
Feels really shitty. But
Grunralph.
also feels a lot like what a rogue would do.
You've got an injured one and 2 uninjured ones. One of the uninjured ones is away from you.
So I'm down a fast action. I can still take a slow action.
Yep.
Actually,
Okay,
Josh,
attack one.
can I? Is there any way that, like, as I'm running, can I take like one run to like move a little further, and then start like looping around to try and maybe like stealth in?
Sure. You're at a different angle now, and
Yeah.
you can stealth up if you like.
I'm gonna try.
Go ahead and roll that stealth, and then it's Hank's turn. Hank, you go ahead and take your turn while she's stealthing. These can happen simultaneously. Are you
Okay,
attacking
I'm
the
going-
injured one?
I'm gonna stab the injured one. Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
With the scimitar attack, adding my 1, and I will
Sneaky as hell.
use my Path of the Blade. I'll spend a willpower point. Oh well, do I have to make sure this hits first?
How's Path of the Blade work?
When you hit, yes. Okay, so I have to roll to see if I
Yeah.
even make it. Okay. So add the 1 for and roll for the stab.
It hit.
It does indeed. What does your talent do?
So, Path of the Blade, I can spend a willpower point to find a weakness in your opponent's armor or natural armor. It has no effect against my attack.
Okay, so it doesn't get to
So
roll,
I'll-
it just takes the damage. What's the base damage of your scimitar?
Base
2.
damage is 2. Yeah.
Okay, this one's down
You
then.
can- I was gonna say you can actually see it in the box there. It does say damage 2.
Oh, does
okay.
it? Cool.
Yeah, I noticed that a second ago.
Oops. All right. Now you're going to have 2 skeletons coming at you. This one's using a move to get up to you. And then they are both going to swing at you with scimitars. Do you want to dodge or parry the first one?
I will parry the first one.
He gets exactly 1 success. If you get 1 success, you negate it. You do?
Wow.
Woo!
You
And
you
then-
just rolled the same thing.
The second one's attacking. Do you want to dodge or parry?
I'll take this one.
1 hit for 2 damage, and you get to roll your 3 armor dice to reduce that.
So click armor and then roll, right?
Yeah, should do it. Should be rolling 3 dice. No. Nope. And your armor takes a point of damage, and its protection is reduced from 3 to 2 until further notice. It
Do I
slices
just
your
go,
armor.
Like,
Just re-
okay, I see it. AR
Okay.
-1,
Yeah.
max stays at 3. Got it.
Yeah. Velas, it's your turn. You're stealthed in here last turn, so do you want to do a thing?
Stealth during last turn. The only way for me to be attacked would be to take one of my actions to move closer. Yeah, I'm gonna move short range
Okay.
and attack with my knife.
Okay.
But a knife.
When
have any
you
willpower skills?
I do.
when you
I,
succeed on a sneak roll to approach someone and then get within arm's length of them, you get a free action, which can be slow or fast, and the target cannot dodge or parry against this. So you sneak up, you get 1 free attack, and then you get to take your other slow action. So you're going to get double attacks because you caught this guy unawares.
Okay, I get a free attack because I caught
You're
him
going to get
unawares?
2
Okay.
attacks, yeah.
Is this considered this is a sneak attack?
Yes.
I can spend a willpower to increase the damage.
That'd be pretty good.
So, do I have to declare that before, or can I declare it after it hits?
What's the ability called?
Path of the Killer.
Just gonna look at what the wording says. 71. Path of the Killer. When you succeed with a sneak attack, you can spend a willpower point to increase damage.
Okay.
So
I
this
can
first attack is your
strike
sneak
first.
attack. So if you
I
you
will
swing,
try.
you roll your attack, and if it's a hit, you get to increase the damage. It is a hit, and he doesn't get to dodge or parry. So now you can spend your willpower point to increase the damage if you want.
I will.
Okay, and that is every willpower you spend increases the damage by 1. So you could spend
No,
2
we
willpower to outright kill it. You only
We
have 1.
have one.
Okay, so this one is reduced to near death.
Wait. Yeah, I was thinking because my knife only does 1 damage.
Yeah.
So I'll just like come up behind it and like
and now you
smack
get
it in the
another
left
attack.
hand, and I'm gonna hit it again.
Yep.
Oh no. I clicked the wrong thing. Oh god, I'm coming back. Sorry, I hit a button and it like it opened to one of my autosave tabs. And I was like, oh no. Also, the music stopped. Interesting.
Fine.
If you hit with this attack,
I do.
he gets his 1 point of armor. He's down. There's a single skeleton left.
Ooh, cool.
Y'all,
So
this
I
has
just-
been extra stressful.
I come out of the bushes and just like come up right behind it. Whack! Good luck.
It is now Grunrelk's turn. It's been 2 rounds for A, and he might not survive. It's a random number of
We're
rounds.
trying, buddy.
It's a random
we're
number of
trying.
rounds he survives, and we're gonna roll it after somebody goes to heal him to see if he's already dead when they get there.
Gotcha.
I'll be fine.
Vergello may die too. Either of them could die, but Aen is in more trouble because he might just be dead before you even get to him. Grunrelk,
I am attacking the standing skeleton.
okay, go for it.
Did the music keep playing?
I have
There's
the
music playing.
Who's playing? It's because you left.
Pushing, because it wouldn't do
Yeah.
anything to push
No
it.
reason not to push, except for the possibility the scimitar breaks. But you know. All right, you get a
It does
hit.
Man.
Oh my god, he reduces it to 1 damage.
Do you have any more
Because-
willpower points to use your ability?
I do, but I forgot to say it.
Well, Josh immediately rolled armor. Like, you didn't even have time to say it. I didn't have time to remind you about it.
What does it do? He can spend willpower to add damage or
Give me
whatever.
willpower to find a weakness in the armor and hit without them calculating. Like their armor has no effect.
Oh, yeah, you can spend that and ignore it if you want. That's fine. I jumped
Okay.
the gun. Okay, so you're going to do 2 damage, leaving this guy 1 hit away from dead.
So that was my slow action. Do I get a fast action or no? Since
You
I
get a
finished
fast
it?
action, yeah.
Okay.
I'm up.
I'll try to disarm again.
All right, go for it. If you
You pick a
disarm him,
weapon.
he'll run away, and then you'll get to go get a free swing. So go ahead and try the disarm. He'll try to parry against it.
Ooh, good
Oh my
luck.
goodness.
He's
Oh my
disarmed.
goodness.
He's going to try to run away, get a free attack against him.
Come on, babe.
Gonna try. Nah.
Push it.
I'm scared to break that scimitar.
Oh, well. don't
It's
push
okay.
it.
Be afraid and then push it.
Push it.
I mean, it ran away.
You got him.
Push it.
Hey!
Wait. 1d6 armor. No willpower point.
I'll spend the last one. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll take it.
He's
Go for it,
down.
go for it, go for it.
We need it to die. We need it to die.
Okay. He's down. You have dispatched all 4 skeletons. And
Josh, did you ever
yes.
check that direct message? Because Killian's saying lots of mean things to me because I won't say it out loud. I said, I can't say that on stream. He said, do it.
No, that's okay.
No.
I'm not using anal beads to cheat, okay? It's not what's happening here. All right. So anyway,
That's
Uh,
what Josh does in chess, just in case anyone wants to know.
yeah, I do that in chess. I don't do that in RPGs. I'm not some kind of psychopath. All right, so This is a bad situation. I'm gonna kill this music now that the combat's over.
What are you
and
gonna say? Kill this half-elf druid?
I'm gonna kill this
I
half-elf
thought
druid.
so too.
Just like that.
And he's dead.
No. We are looking at lethal damage here. It's the first time this comes up. Critical injury.
Even Amy's sneak attack, I think, was better than her staying for combat too. Like,
Yeah.
I think that was probably the most efficient way to clean up this just
It did more
terrible ambush.
It did more damage
yeah.
than she's consistently done, I think.
And I wish I could have run away, but I would have been knocked down if I bypassed that
you're
first
good.
round.
It makes sense. I literally just I have no armor and a butter
Same.
knife.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know. Yeah, like it was not a good situation.
Yeah.
Josh Killian says you are, and you know it.
No.
No.
All right, so critical injuries are going to... Sorry. Still getting used to this stuff. Critical injuries. If your critical injury is listed as lethal, someone must make a successful healing roll to save you. Otherwise, you die when the time indicated has passed. If you recover attribute points above that before you die, you can attempt to heal yourself, but the roll gets a -2 penalty. Each person trying to heal you can only roll once. And so it's been... there's a 50-50 chance that Joe is dead outright without any rolls.
Well, it's been fun. I subbed Killian in.
Because he had his throat cut, which means he's dead in 1d6 rounds, and it's been 3 rounds. He's actively bleeding out, and if he is not dead, because I roll a 4, 5, or 6, you two get to roll in and each attempt a healing roll. And if both of you fail,
don't
he's
get
dead.
to roll it. I roll it.
Fine. Roll a d6 to see how many rounds you've been alive. 6. You both get to
God
attempt a
damn.
healing roll on him.
He's a hardy druid, isn't he?
Josh, I have a question.
Vergello is conscious, and he's covered in blood, and you're looking at him going, oh god, he might not pull through. But Ian is like... So you need to... He's the first priority. Yes.
I have a question before people start making rolls.
Yes.
First off, do they can't like heal him at the same time, right? Like one could try to heal him, and the other try and heal me, or is it like they can?
What
both
I'm
make an
saying
attempt
is
to try and
yours
heal
is
at the same time?
yours is on an order of hours or days, so they don't need to.
Right. I guess I'm asking if he does that, I can literally spend a willpower point to.
Oh.
unbreak
Well,
him.
you are able to speak barely.
Oh.
So
Can I
can
I do that now?
Yeah.
I do that.
You're broken, so you can't take actions. You're clutching your gut, but you're like conscious.
Oh, but I can tell them.
Yeah.
Can
So
save it, kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh well, I.
so
would
what do
just
you
say,
say?
I guess my question rules wise is only one of them can make an attempt at a time, right?
I think what he's trying to get at is, for example, can Aimee try to heal Ian while I try to heal Vergello and then switch?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would
That's
be my
fine.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you want Aeon or Vergello, babe?
I'm standing next to Vergello, so
All right. Who wants to roll first for who? Let's call him
Roll
out.
first for Aeon because
All right.
Don't fuck up. I love this character.
Phyllis.
I like
Velas.
to point out.
Sorry.
I also love that character.
I'd like to point out. I said we needed to rest, and you got us lost in
Resting
fog.
had nothing to
got
do with it.
1 empathy now.
This happened because you killed that raven.
I rolled 1 die.
It all happened because you killed that raven and his homies came to attack us.
Can
I
right.
push
Heal
it?
me.
No, it's empathy. If I push it, I'll die.
Well, if you push it and roll a skull, you'll die.
If
You'll
you push
break.
it, no. You don't die. If you push it and roll a skull, your empathy breaks. And what an empathy break means is that you lose composure and flee the scene. You are going to say, "I can't take
Oh,
this," and you
you're
run
about
away
to
into
do
the
that
woods.
anyway.
You're gonna do that anyway.
You're gonna be
on
like,
the
"I
verge of
can't."
that.
If you re-roll this and get a skull, it means you are like, I can't stand here and watch my friend die, and you just take off. But if you get a 6, you save his life. And if you get a 2 through 5, you try and fail.
I try and fail.
She tries and fails. Grunralk,
I tried.
try Vergello.
All right. Roll healing. Push.
Push, 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 push.
Wait, hold on a sec. Why are you all rolling only 1 die?
Because
Because
only
neither
have
of
one
us have
empathy.
skills in empathy, and we only have 1 empathy.
I had 2 empathy. We took 1 damage from the fog.
Oh,
So
you
we
have
both
empathy
only
damage.
have 1.
You
Yeah.
both are at 1 empathy. The
Yeah.
fog. The fog ended up mattering. Oh my god. All right.
So how many attempts did they have? Right. So now they swap.
Now we swap.
Now they swap and they get 1 more shot each. Who's rolling
Come
next?
on, I got first.
Heart of the cards, Yugi. Ah!
I'm gonna push it. Ah!
Wow.
The chat log, it's so good.
Jesus Christ. You did!
I'm alive.
I'm gonna push it.
Wow, this was a turn of events.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
so here's the situation. Ayan is broken but no longer dying. Vergello is...
And try and fix him.
I think Ayan's not.
And broken, he can't take any actions.
Got a health kit or anything?
Yeah, I got a spell. That's an action.
Get some herbs.
How
Let
many?
me double
how long
check
till
the
I
healing
die?
here. I'm checking. I think it was on a matter of hours or days. I have to double check.
That's what I wasn't sure of.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 7s and an 8.
108. Okay, 1 sec. I'm checking on the whether Ayan is up first, and then I'll check the other thing. So,
Bill, do you have an inner peace?
No, I'm pretty stressed right now. Why?
Sorry, it's an elf thing. I didn't know if it extended
Okay.
to half elf.
No.
Ayan is still broken because he hasn't recovered any attribute points, but he is no longer dying. So I'm just going to use a X on him to show broken. On Vergello, I'm going to use a little skull and crossbones and an X. And Vergello, let me go back to your injuries table here. It is hours.
Die.
Both of the effects that you rolled are on a matter of hours. Since you got multiple of these, we are going to roll 3d6 and take the lowest of the 3, because you have 3 different injuries that all kill you in 1d6 hours.
Ah, okay. Roll 3 ones, Josh.
It's 3 hours. You're bleeding from the gut.
How do I become unbroken?
You receive any amount of healing. You recover. You need to recover attributes. So either somebody has to use an ability that can heal you in some way, or you need to rest for a quarter day, which is longer than 3 hours.
Did healing, like rolling healing, not recover a point?
No. It was a save a life healing roll. I can look at if they can also roll heal to restore attributes after the save a life roll, but let's see. A person who has had their strength or agility reduced to 0 is broken and cannot act any further. If you apply your healing skills as a slow action and your roll succeeds, they get it back on their feet and immediately recover a number of attribute points equal to the number of successes you have rolled.
Oh, well, they were using slow actions.
Yeah. Then, so Ayan is not broken. He received a successful healing roll. And you are at 1. If you have any kind of healing ability, you can... Everybody's tried to heal Vergello, and they're all looking at each other like, oh god, this is beyond our skill.
I'll drag his body over. Come here. Come here. Heal him.
Yes,
And-
I can. Mend Wounds. It's a rank 2 healing spell. And I have 1 willpower.
Okay.
And I'm also
As a half elf, it counts as
elf.
2.
Yes. So
Okay. Which is not optional. So we're gonna make a spellcasting roll for a healing spell here.
and so I just roll 2d6, right?
Yeah.
And if
Wait.
it
Hold on. Let me double check that. So magic, you
It's
pick the
a
power
conjuring
level, which is
energy.
the number of willpower points. So it's going to be power level 2. Then you never fail to cast a spell. Instead, you just roll a number of base dice equal to the number of willpower points you spend, which is going to count as 2 here. If you roll 1 or several successes, the spell is overcharged and has an additional effect. If you roll 1 or more skulls, there will be a roll on the magic mishap table. So roll 2 spell dice. If you get any 1s, there's going to be a random mishap roll. If you get any 6s, it will do extra healing.
Is that
There's a miscast effect.
Joe.
We just can't get off the hook for this. Roll
I like
2d6,
the
Joe.
woods.
Roll 2d6, Joe, and if you double 6 it, your character rips open a portal to the underworld and you get killed forever. 26.
what does 1d6 do?
26.
Is it
Your
half a portal?
your magic hurts your body. You suffer 1 point of damage to
Oh my
strength.
God. Wait, but I'm healed though. The spell's
You're
still
healed.
cast, though.
Yeah, you're
All right.
healed, and he goes
I-
down.
I use my willpower point.
Use your willpower point to
I-
do what?
Hang on, I'm conscious now. Give me a second to get
Yeah.
my mental
Wait.
bearings.
Am I critically injured again?
Potentially, yes.
Well, I want to see how critically, because
I'm going to spend 1 willpower point, which is 2, because I'm also half elf.
Okay.
And I'm going to use rank 1 of Path of the Hymn. You can help a broken comrade within short range to get up on their feet. For every willpower point you spend, your comrade recovers 1 point of the attribute that has been reduced to
Okay.
0.
There's no critical injuries for this type of damage, Joe. It's just you're just broken. So, Aen literally collapses to the ground in a heap, bringing Vergello back to life, and then Vergello stands up and plays a magical song that revives Aen.
I
And
just take out my lyre and then just do 1 strum, no note. It's just like, head up.
Everybody's on their feet, and however, for the next quarter day, Bill still takes a point of damage if he does a might move or melee roll, and we're going to be making disease rolls later on for the ruptured intestines effect. So Bill has ongoing effects, so I've left a little icon on him. But you're all on your feet.
so what did Grumrock do to help with my slit throat? Did he just shove dirt in it? Like,
Probably.
It was the bread that got wet last night. You looked hungry.
He probably wrapped it in something, I would assume.
You now sound like Grunrock.
Or he did a really painful stitching job.
I've
He's
up
like-
the stitching job.
He started sewing with his scimitar.
No,
I
I,
don't
got
know.
a bone needle.
No, suffice it to say, only getting to roll 1 die and succeeding on the heal check to save someone from a slit throat means he did something pretty unlikely and pretty extreme. So,
All right. First off, I want to ask what time of day that was, because that took forever.
that was daytime.
Pretty sure that was daytime.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
what a morning!
Right? Oh my
It's
goodness.
not morning, it's day.
The sun is now getting low and you're all still lost in the woods. Or you're
Don't worry,
unlost.
guys.
You're unlost. You made it to the next hex over.
Did we?
Yeah, you did. Because you got unlost right before that encounter happened.
Oh,
So-
so that I thought we were still lost. It just we didn't get stuck in the same hex. So that's cool.
Right. So you have moved into the next hex and you have encountered the river. So presumably you would be able to follow it south towards the hollows. Resting.
Probably should.
Yes, please.
Go ahead and place
I can-
yourselves on whatever actions you would like to take while I figure out what needs to be rolled for this disease. This could still be pretty bad.
Someone, can you make camp, Velas? Or no?
Oh, well, if we're still I guess making camp.
All right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be sleep, it would be rest.
You're going to have to make an endurance roll. And the disease is going to... The virulence of the ruptured intestines effect is going to roll 6 dice, and you're going to make an endurance roll, Bill. Go ahead and do that now, because it's going to happen before any quarter days pass.
I'm
It got
rolling
one-
a 1.
It got 1 success. Okay, it beat you, which means in 24 hours, the disease will break. You'll take a point of damage to strength and agility, which you will be unable to recover until the sickness is gone, which you will be able to roll for once per day. So if you
Okay.
rest at least once between now and then, you will definitely live.
Okay.
So
Well,
the
I'm
wound
absolutely
looks
resting now.
nasty. Yeah. So everybody's resting? No.
No.
We have 3 people resting and 1 person making camp. Okay, go ahead and make the make camp roll.
Bill, how much food do you need to make a unit of food?
Just 1.
Just one.
Yeah, I roll the d6 and I turn that many d6 into...
It's
And
scouting
yes,
that I'm
chat,
rolling?
there's a jingle jangle.
What am I rolling, Josh? Scout?
survival.
Survival.
Do you want to push it, son?
I don't know if can we. I thought we couldn't.
Oh, no, we can't.
My one empathy is all feisty. Like, you motherfucking...
All right,
Break
we
it
fi-
six.
we failed to find a good camp, which isn't that surprising since barely any of you can walk. You just sort of plop down where you can, and
Hopefully not on top of the zombies that were. Our skeletons are already here.
you probably drag yourselves just out of like line of sight with where the skeletons were, and plop down at the first patch of ground you find.
DM,
And
quick question.
yes,
Can we take the armor off of the skeletons and put it on?
they had very tattered studded leather armor that provides 1 point of armor protection and smells horrible. Yes, is the answer to your question. If you want to smell bad, it gives you 1 point of protection.
I mean, we're close to the river. I can just wash it, right? Later?
Yeah, but it's like rotted and ancient, so it's always gonna be gross. It'll be off-putting.
Okay. And they had swords?
Rusty swords.
Rusty swords.
Yeah.
Like a rusty sword's better than a butter knife. Grab a rusty sword. If it breaks, it breaks. Literally working with a butter knife.
Do we successfully rest?
Hold on.
I just have this feeling in my gut that I'm going to die in 24 hours if we don't successfully rest.
Boom.
This is just straight up cruelty, but this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You rest. You rest. Go ahead and rest.
So whenever we rest, we get everything healed back?
Yeah. I believe so. I'm just double checking. It is.
6 skeletons show up.
The same ones. Idiot, you can't
the
kill
same one.
skeletons.
And they brought their parents.
108. Recovery.
They brought their
Okay.
stepdads.
They brought their stepdads, you punk.
You recover all remaining lost attribute points by resting or sleeping for a quarter day once you're not broken, assuming you are not
Yeah.
hungry, thirsty, or suffering from another condition that blocks recovery.
Well,
Huzzah! Now what happens?
Bill gets lice.
I get what?
Lice.
What does lice do?
You have laid on the ground so long that you got a bunch of bugs, and in 24 hours, if you don't receive a successful healing roll at some point, you're going to suffer a point of damage to agility.
Can you shave your head?
Can I heal myself?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like a quarter day to do that, or is that just like a check I can do when Velas is resting?
It says... Oh, you need a healing roll to successfully get any sleep. So somebody has to heal you before you can sleep. And if you keep it for
Can
24 hours.
Can I heal myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can they work together?
Someone can help you
Power
with your
friendship.
lice.
I'll help.
What does that do?
Gives you +1 die on the healing roll if somebody wants to aid you in it.
Wait, will someone else get to also roll if he fails?
He succeeds.
I was like, 'cause
You
if
treat
so,
the
it's
lice.
easier, Hank.
You're laying on the ground and go, oh my god, there's bugs crawling over my head. I can't even frickin' sleep in this nasty patch. We should have found a proper campsite. And then you sit up and you heal yourself, but you manage to get rid of the lice using some known remedy. Maybe the fighter suggested something. I don't know. You rub a bunch of mud in your hair. You now look horrendous, but you managed to sleep because your healing roll is successful and you got rid of the lice enough to fall into a deep and restful sleep.
I quite literally laid my guts out before my companions earlier. Pretty sure I looked terrible before.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
I think that we're now all immune to charm rolls from him because we've seen his guts. It's like, no,
and his legs.
That's
not
the
gonna
most
work.
charming part of it.
He's now got like mud caked in his hair and wounds all over him, and his clothes are stained with blood. And now it's nighttime. Somebody keep watch.
Cook.
No encounters. You're gonna cook.
Yep.
All right.
Can I? So, I'm sorry. Bill's character has a disease. Is that right?
Yes.
Can I use my pride to find some sort of herbal remedy in the woods?
Yeah. So 1 sec. We can do that.
Let's go.
And let me see the
Pride's coming into question. I love it.
disease. 14. Okay, let me check how this works here. In 24 hours, he will suffer a point of damage to strength and agility. You will have to make an endurance roll against the sickness once per day. Each failed roll means you suffer another point of damage to both strength and agility that can't be recovered. Yeah, if you succeed on a healing roll, which you can add your pride to, then for each success on the roll, I will let you give him 1 extra die on his endurance check to recover from the disease.
So, your pride adds an extra.
It adds a d12, and the high numbers on the d12 can give multi-successes on a single die, potentially. So you got to add the... There's a way to add the pride die to the roll in there.
Yeah. Is it artifact? No, it's not it.
You can do the d12
Oh,
artifact
you
die.
could,
It's the same
you could
thing.
just hit D12, yeah. But first you roll healing too. Oh yeah, there you go. Did all of it.
Boom. You got a 1. Your pride didn't help you, but you did get a very successful heal. And so, Bill, you can go ahead and roll for the day. You won't be able to attempt this again for until like the evening after this coming evening. But you can go ahead and roll it now to see if you're going to
It's
recover
at-
from the disease.
It's at +2.
It's an endurance roll, and you get +2 for the herbal remedies of the druid.
Can I push the endurance roll? I'm gonna die regardless.
You're not gonna die.
my!
You're not gonna die. You'll take a damage to strength and agility and have to attempt it. So, Bill is sick. Just mark that you're sick. Everybody's fully recovered, and it's morning.
Wait, did I cook my food?
Yes, you did. I don't think
Okay.
that requires a roll. That just happens, right?
Well, I rolled 2d6 to see how much I cooked, but we only have a bird and some mushrooms, so
Yeah.
that would literally be 2 ones.
Josh, here's my other question:
That's fine.
would that have fallen under foraging to do the herbal remedy?
No. It's just a healing roll, and you can justifiably apply your pride
Okay.
to it because it makes sense for it.
So I can still forage
Yeah.
This morning.
this morning. Yeah, I didn't roll for
Mhm.
that.
So everybody's fully recovered. You all survived this situation,
God.
but Bill is sick.
Were you able to make enough food for
I
the
made
guys?
2 foods, 2d6. So I have a d6 and you have a d6.
I can share with Joe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still foraging this morning, right? Because
Yeah.
we're not moving,
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
will
wait,
also
did I not
spend
lower
the
my
morning
food?
to forage.
and this is survival, right?
Yeah.
But don't we have to roll food and water in the morning first?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Hang on, I think I still actually have food.
My fucking
I'm
God.
going back.
Bill, that crow didn't last me very long.
All right. So
You succeeded
roll
on
food
finding
for
1
me.
unit of food.
You just need food, right, Joe?
yes, I do.
Food for Joe, so I'm out.
Oh, you didn't eat yourself?
I ate myself first.
Okay.
Greedy little
Okay.
goblin.
So we got multiple people running out of food, but Joe just found 1 unit of vegetables. Good God, these rolls.
All right, well we're just foraging this
Skull,
morning.
skull. It's all skulls all the way down. All right. Yeah, go ahead and forage if you haven't already.
I found a unit of food, Bill.
Okay. So we have 1 unit of vegetables from
Joe got one
Velas and from Joe, not from Bill. So we've got 2
food,
units of
enough.
vegetables for the morning, and it is now daytime.
So do I have 1d6 of food again, or can I give it to Bill?
No,
You gotta cook it.
I have to cook it.
Can I
Wait.
roll?
Yeah,
A
what did...
forage?
We're still in the morning.
Yeah, hold up.
Bill and, or Grunrock and Vergello didn't get to forage.
Vergella forage. I thought
I foraged. Yeah,
Did you?
it's just Grunrock. Yeah.
didn't get anything
Well-
anyway. So
That's okay, we're gonna keep foraging. Keep trying, everybody.
Yeah, I say that we spend the rest of the day trying to make camp and foraging and hunting. Like, this day's kind of a wash. We're all
I concur.
Keep looking for food, squad.
Hang on. Just wait.
No,
Wait
no,
for
no.
it.
Oh, damn it. Did none of us keep guard or whatever?
we were all doubling down on trying to find food.
And then we were the food all along.
Yeah.
You were the food
The
the
stepdads
whole
came by.
time.
The stepdads came out. They've got Miller Lights. Damn it.
That's how you know they're stepdads.
I
All
Their
right.
lights and no hair.
Oh, and no hair. I'll take the no hair.
All right. You are actually wandering around looking for food, and you have an encounter.
Aw, Jesus.
It's not a
Let me
mob
be
of
a friend.
skeletons. It's not a mob of skeletons. It's okay. It's
Just
all
It's a
good.
pack of healers.
You
Food.
you stumble upon a lonely hunter. He is heavily scarred across his face as though with a huge claw of some sort. He has just a big swipe across his face with like 4 ancient scars. His eyes are a deep yellow color, like with a faint glow about them. And what is happening?
Dad is trying to show me something. I don't think he realizes the rest of you are here.
I don't understand a word she's saying.
Hank's dad was trying to show me something
All right.
Oh.
and didn't realize the rest of you were also here.
You come upon a lonely hunter in a clearing. He has a small campfire going. He has a small shelter built for himself that is like a little pitched tent made of hides. And he's roasting something that smells lovely to your nostrils. He looks grizzled and scarred, and he's wearing thick, heavy furs that make him look very bulky. He has a long, rusty broadsword by his side and a bow slung across his back, and he's leaning over the fire, slowly turning a boar on a spit. And it smells divine.
Do all of us come across him?
Yeah. One of you sees him in the distance, whispers something to the others.
Maybe we shouldn't all approach him at once. We might spook him.
Well, he can't run away and take the boar.
Well, that seems wrong.
I'm hungry.
Maybe we can trade for the boar.
What do we have that's valuable enough to trade for food?
I've got a gem, a red gem.
I don't
That's
know
worth
how
actual
valuable.
money.
I don't know how valuable a hunter would find like
A red
gold.
garnet?
This man looks like he's. I mean, like he just lives in the woods.
Let,
He doesn't use money.
let's talk to him.
I'm gonna stay back and stay hidden.
I vote one of you tall and pinkskin say something.
If everyone else wants to stay, I'll go talk to him. But I was happy to just leave the man alone.
You and I can go.
Who's approaching?
I'm approaching.
I'm approaching as well.
All right.
I want
Vergello with muddy, ragged hair, and Aeon with terrible, visible, stitched scar across the base of his neck. Approach the hunter, and as you walk toward his clearing, what do you say? Do you do anything? Do you say anything? Do you just quietly walk up?
Hail, friend.
He doesn't even look up from the fire. He's just slowly turning the pig on the spit, and he says, "Hail, travelers. Would you like
Woods
to
are
come have a
dangerous."
seat by the fire? You look weary," he says without even turning or looking at you.
Oh, that's fantastic. I would hate to feel this miserable and not look the part. Would you be kind enough as to share in some rations? We have had a bit of trouble
Looks like
last day.
it looks like the woods have been better to you than us.
It looks like you could use a bite. Tell your friends they can come sit by the fire with us. I'll share this meat with all of you.
I shall.
Very well.
All I ask in return is the pleasure of your company. Have a seat.
Ah, of course. Finally, a civilized person in these woods.
You expect to find civilization in some village? Which way you
Oh.
headed?
The
Wait.
Hollow?
Wait for Grumrock to come. He'll tell us. There's some good dirt here for him to try.
Do you wave your friends over?
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Can I like wide arc it like around? And
Sure.
Just kind of like like I want to be moving quietly and scanning the woods to see like, are there
Yeah.
other people here? How does he know that there are more people?
Okay.
My dude's better than us. Yeah. He didn't run into skeletons. We did.
He didn't run into
Alright.
skeletons, and he didn't run out of food. So
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, my dog's barking. I can't do anything about it. All right, so you do a wide arc. You can make a scouting roll if you like to see if you see anything.
Scouting. Nope.
You don't even see tracks this guy got here by. You do a wide arc. You see no one. You see no other animals, and you see no signs of passage. Grunrock?
I'm gonna poke my head through the bushes and like stare at him for a second. when he doesn't look like he's gonna like freak out because I'm a goblin, I'll just like got goblin slappy feet up to the fire and sit down.
A warm
I got
smile.
s-
A warm smile spreads across his face, and he reaches down with a big rusty fork and just drags off a big hunk of meat and tosses it to you. He says, "Have your fill, goblin." He barely glances at you, and he's like, "Long way from home, aren't ya?"
Yeah. Yeah, I ran a long. I ran until I found pink skins.
You come from the Shroud, don't ya? The answer's yes. That's the forest in the south.
The answer is yes.
I could tell from your voice. How about the others? Elven Spring, I suppose. Not dressed like frailers.
Others didn't make it.
I think he means us.
Oh, I thought you meant others. Sorry.
I'm gonna go back to eating.
Okay.
He is right though. We almost didn't make it.
Uh,
So he's not.
He
still
reaches
not in
into
the
he reaches into his sack and pulls out some more utensils and tosses them around everybody and tells you to have your fill of the boar.
Does the boar
Thank you.
smell any particular way?
It smells delightful. It's not seasoned in any way, but it's the best food you've had in days. Even just roasted
Hope
over
it's
the
not
fire.
poison, 'cause I just went.
That's what I was asking, if I could like smell
So
any kind of like, oh, this smells weird, like it's got poison on it.
Cinnamon.
He sees you eyeing the meat closely, and he's like, "Don't worry. If I wanted to kill you, I'd have done it a long time ago."
How long you been following us?
He just cheers the piece of meat and it's like, I have no doubt, and just take a bite.
What brings you out into the deep dark of the Dankwood?
A company.
He smiles a bit
Wait.
at this.
How long have you been following us?
Doesn't matter.
Matters to me.
Oh, yes. An elf from the north.
What keeps me away?
Your eyes. You seem like you're the angriest elf I've looked upon in some time.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I've been lost in the dank woods, looking for the Hollows. Been attacked by skeletons.
The
2 of
Hollows?
us nearly died.
What business do you have in the Hollows? You're not too far off.
Found a book.
What?
We are following the trail of someone who their next destination was towards the Hollows, so we are hot on the trail until we got lost for a couple of days.
Bounty hunters?
Not
Of
quite.
sorts.
All right
What are
then.
you
Very-
doing out here?
I suppose
good
your
ones.
business is your own. I'm a traveler in these parts. I enjoy the solitude since the blood mist began dispersing. I like to be on my own and seek the wonders of the forest. And you know, they say these lands are full of many treasures. So perhaps I shall strike it rich and retire a happy old man.
Perhaps you found some treasures. Do you have anything to trade?
He turns his yellow eyes towards you as though sizing you up. You get the feeling maybe he's trying to assess whether that's a threat or not.
No.
Not from him.
I pull out the red garnet that I have.
Very nice, very nice. I've some knowledge of stones. Mind if I take a closer look?
Sure.
I'm gonna watch him super carefully to see if he's trying to like swap out the necklace.
He'll hold out his hand, and he sort of grunts and flips it over a bit. And he's like, "Not bad, not bad." He will slowly hand it back to you. He says, "There are many stones with magic in them. This isn't one of them. But, fine specimen. Someone would like to place that around their neck, no doubt. Tell you what, maybe I'll pay you for it and I can try to trade it out in the next town I visit. 25 coppers suffice?
We have no need for copper or money of any kind.
Alright then.
I was looking for more bartering or trade goods.
There's a long silence around the fire. He's just slowly turned the pig on the spit, and he eventually pulls it off and starts to cut it and package it up, wrapping it
I
for later.
don't see a lot of humans with yellow eyes. What's your deal?
Yeah.
Very perceptive little goblin, aren't you?
Well, big people kind of freak me out.
I've always had these yellow eyes since I was a lad. I was told I inherited them from my father, but I never knew him.
Was it a
And-
demon?
For all I know. My mother didn't seem to like speaking of him much.
Y'all are getting all up in this man's business.
He's been following us and won't tell us why.
So,
Didn't have to answer.
yeah.
He's trustworthy. He answered twice.
No. I mean you no harm. But, perhaps as repayment for this, fine meal I've shared with you, you'd let me have just a small glimpse of that journal that you picked up in the redoubt.
I didn't eat, and I'm not offering the journal. I'm just gonna glare at him.
I think that's a hefty price.
No.
Alright. That's fine. Help yourselves to all the meat you want. I'm gonna get some shut-eye, and he turns his back on you, stretches and crackles a whole bunch, and then he slowly walks away and goes and lays down under his little shelter.
I'm gonna get up immediately and turn to wherever the quickest woods are, and I'm out.
You just
Sorry,
leave it?
Before you sleep, we didn't get your name.
Oh. You may call me Danern.
Danern, what interest do you have with this journal?
He sits up and looks at you out of his tent and leans forward a little bit, kind of rubbing his eyes. I'm somewhat of a collector of antiquities and curiosities, and thought maybe the Rust Brothers would know a thing or two about a thing or two. But I'm not going to pry it from your fingers. You can be on your way if you want. I won't bother you further. And he crawls back under his little hut. Curls up to sleep.
Well, thank you for your help.
He doesn't answer.
Let's be on our way.
Should we take a
No.
little food? Okay.
No.
Okay. No food. Got it.
Go on your way.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You walk off. You don't see him get up or pursue you in any way. You glance back over your shoulder every so often, and he's snoring by the time you're on the perimeter of the camp. What direction be ye headed?
Are
Wrap
we
up here
traveling?
shortly.
We were foraging.
Oh, you back to foraging? Oh, he offers you all enough meat that you can all increase your food die by a step.
Unless someone grabbed double. I'm just gonna be honest. Veloz did not take any.
Okay. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Veloz
Not that
does
I
not.
think necessarily that it's poisoned. She just was very much like, I don't know what you want. And then when he said what he wanted, she was like, nope, fuck it, peace.
If you all help yourself to a bunch of this meat, you can up your food die by a step. Anybody who wants it can take it. Just let me know who does.
I
Sorry, go ahead.
did not.
Okay.
I will.
Wait, so I'm so sorry. Bill, you didn't take more meat?
No.
Brunrock did. I did.
Okay.
And
Velas
I
did not.
will leave him the red garnet.
Okay. Noted. All right. You will wrap here in a couple of minutes. Let's go ahead and what are you doing for
Evening.
evening now?
Daytime?
I mean, I think we go ahead and do make camp. I can go ahead and cook the 2 pieces of food we did get.
Sure. Go ahead
Would
and
that take the entire quarter day?
what, the
We
cooking?
were foraged. I foraged. And
We foraged for that quarter day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did
And
we
dinner
add
and
the thing? So
That
now
was an
I
encounter
cooked it.
made during the quarter day where you did those foraging rolls earlier, so.
The morning or the day?
That was during the day.
So we foraged for the morning.
Okay,
And
maybe
then-
everyone just foraged during the morning before I realized it, before we rolled food.
It was after rolling food, but yeah. It's technically the order. At the start of morning is when we roll all the food and water things, and then we do our foraging, but yeah, that's fine.
I just don't see where people rolled survival twice.
Oh, so maybe it
I
was
did.
just starting to be daytime.
Yeah, I think Amy's right. We're in
Okay,
day
so it's
now.
daytime? Okay, it's daytime.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Okay.
Are you moving, or are
Let's see,
you
could-
foraging, or doing other stuff?
Are we
I think we need
close?
forage.
Are we close enough to the river to fish?
Ah,
Do we have
fishing is
fish
an
food
option if
supplies?
you're in a hex touching a river, yeah. So
How does
fishing
that
becomes
work?
an option. You might need certain equipment to do it.
I think you need the fishing skill and
well.
equipment.
Hang on,
Disregard.
whatever game we can do.
You need fishing gear, which you could acquire in a town.
Okay, back to foraging.
Okay. That's 2 units of vegetables.
Did you find vegetables this morning, Ian?
Yes, I did. So that's 3 total today.
And I've gotten 2 total today.
No encounters.
Don't let me forage. I'm not good at it.
You're good. We all gotta try.
I can fight, but I cannot forage.
So,
You can fight real dang good.
all right, we're done with foraging. We're moving on to the evening. And Bill, are you gonna cook?
Yeah, I have to roll 2d6, but Josh is rolling a bunch of dice, so
Nothing's happening.
okay.
I'm gonna make camp.
I'm
Grandma's gonna sleep. Yeah. Can Aimee, can you assist me making camp? We don't want to fuck this up. Is it survival?
Yes.
And then I think you add one for her
You
helping
add
you,
one
right?
dice for my help. Nice.
Ooh. We got a good camp.
Nice. All right, we got a good camp, and
How much total food did we give Bill?
So we gave him 5. I gave him 3. You gave him 2.
Okay. So there's 5 total.
Yeah, unless you or Hank got any.
I
didn't.
I did not.
Oh,
Not
well,
except for what I
5
took
total.
from our yellow-eyed friend.
Oh, that just increases your food die. Josh said that it just increases your food die.
Gotcha.
All right, I can cook all of it.
Nice. So how many food die does that make?
It's 5. So I mean, what are people at currently?
0.
0 for me too.
D6. I took it
Yeah.
from the guy.
And y'all 2 are at d6s.
Yes, sir.
Well, I at least need 1, but y'all have to declare who gets what. But so now there's 4 increases. So you 2 can go up to a d8. Aimee can go
I
up to a
needed
d8.
1.
Like
Yeah,
Okay, so Aimee and Bill go up to,
a D6. So there's 3 units of food left.
and then I took 1. I'm gonna give Gromrock 1 back because he gave me 1 this morning. So you go up to a D8.
so, there's just 1 more d8.
There's one.
Aimee, you
wanna
can go and take it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll find you more food.
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, we just end up sharing, or I
Yeah.
cook more.
Super doable.
But having the chef talent and carrying around this field kitchen, which
Oh,
weighs
yeah.
a lot, is
It's
super
a game
useful.
changer.
We would have been starving already without that.
Yeah, man.
Alright.
Yeah.
So,
We're in evening.
yeah, we're in evening.
I'm sleeping.
All right, you sleep, and what's everybody else do?
They made
Wait.
camp,
We made camp successfully, and Bill cooked food successfully.
and we
Okay.
We're at
distributed it.
night now.
So now we're at night.
All right. During night, people sleep.
And does Bill
No
need
encounter.
any more first aid or anything like that?
I think that'll be in the morning.
No, that's an evening when it's 24. Okay, so 24 hours after the initial injury, so this is towards evening or day or whatever. You take 1 damage each to strength and agility, and you can't recover it until you succeed on an endurance roll, and you make another endurance roll.
Okay, so now just make a regular endurance roll.
Yeah. Well, it's a yes, it's an endurance roll. Okay, you can push it if you want to. It's up to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Woo!
Nice. Double
Very nice.
successes.
You're no longer sick.
And then I'm about to go to sleep, so I'll get those points back.
Yep. The night passes uneventfully. It is morning. Are you
Aw,
going
my
to
yellow-eyed friend
continue?
didn't come?
Are you going to continue traveling?
Yes.
We should push like one more hex here if nothing
Food and water.
funky happens.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Water.
Everybody roll your food and water quickly, and we'll. I'm assuming in the morning you're going to set off traveling again.
Yep.
Okay. If multiple people want to wayfind together, somebody can. Each additional person that's working on. Actually, never mind. It's only one person, I think. Yeah, only one person can find a way. Okay. There is a talent that helps with wayfinding. All right, so we've updated food and water.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Would folks like to find the way?
That'll be Joe, I guess.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Going
You-
much more smoothly
Yeah.
than earlier.
Yeah, it's like you could pass through 3 hexes in 10 minutes, or you could spend 5 hours in one hex if the dice decide. Travel is serious
There's
business
just a
in this
lot
game.
of bad rolls tonight.
Yeah, there were.
Nothing to do with me.
We got to
No.
we got to fight a nice, juicy combat.
I
Alright.
had fun.
All right, so
My reading of the
Oops.
combat section paid off.
yeah.
Yeah.
it did.
All right, so you are now out of deep forest and into regular forest, which actually means you could push on another hex on that same lead the way roll if you want to.
Yep.
And
Or Dankwoods.
the Dankwood is thinning here, and one sec. This is a
It's called the Dankish Wood now.
dankish, the hella dank.
Now we moved out of that. We left Yellow Eyes there.
Oh yeah, that was the hella dank, wasn't it? All right.
As we're walking, I'm just gonna be like, how do you guys feel after eating that guy's food?
I feel great.
Yeah, I'm finding the way finally.
Practically gutted.
We don't need to just accept food from strangers, guys. Because if I got ambushed by 4 people while I was cooking, I would poison the food.
He didn't approach us. We approached him, and he offered us some food. If he came up to us and was like, "Want some boar?"
He'd been
I might
following
not
us.
taken it.
I was about
No,
to say,
I
he
think-
obviously been following us. It's
I
not like
think
we
we-
got the drop.
I think he heard us circling him several days in a row.
Did we know that he was following? That we were like, all that we did is like he noticed that we had other friends and we weren't sneaking around. So
He knew I had the journal.
Basically, we weren't being quiet, but you knew there were more of us. How long have you been following us? And he said that doesn't matter. That confirmed it. Like I did the whole like ask you like I know to make you confirm a suspicion.
Him
Is
knowing
what
I
I was
have the him knowing I have the journal means that he's been following us since we
Figured out.
left the thing.
I thought someone
It's been a
mentioned
long
the
time.
journal.
I did. I mentioned the book, but
Yeah.
I mean,
A
No
book,
one
but he
mentioned-
said the journal from the.
The
I just
Rough
figured.
Brothers.
I just kind of figured that was Josh not getting minced on words. It's semantics.
He
at this
said
point.
exactly what he said. What I said is what he said.
See, Josh even is getting minced on words now.
Yeah, Josh, I feel bad for you.
You be
for
careful.
mincing
Josh almost
words.
TPK'd us.
What words me said, he said.
what words?
All right.
say-
The village is a welcome sight. A bunch
Did you
of.
find it?
Do you see?
Yeah, we pushed on.
Yeah, no. I see it. I didn't see it. I was looking at everybody on Discord, and then I clicked back over and was like, oh my god, it's the Hollows.
Look.
Oh, it went away.
Here, look on the map
Yeah,
again.
because I wanted to see.
I'm
Oh,
showing
cool.
Aimee on the map. I could have moved
Sorry.
just her, I guess.
We see the village off in the distance.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
describing
Awesome.
what you see in the distance. All right, so let me swap you back over here, and we'll wrap on
Seeing
this.
the village.
Yeah, so the village is a welcome sight. A bunch of well-to-do houses are standing close together, slightly obscured by billowing chimney smoke. You hear the sounds of children playing, and you catch the smell of fresh baking bread. When you get closer, you can see a low stone wall encircling the small settlement that's guarded by a few simple stone towers. You see a wooden sign planted next to the road with the written words, "Welcome to the Hollows. Drink from our tankards, eat from our bowls, but honor the dead walking by our sides." And that will conclude our session.
I think they sound quaint.
I wouldn't trust those children. They probably want the journal.
I'm sorry that we spent an entire session lost in the woods and then got butchered by skeletons, but you made it out of the
That was
Dankwood.
That was awesome.
And this is the
It's Amy's
first.
fault for killing the raven.
Now you can see. I'll go back to the map for a sec. Now you can see on the map that that's the edge of the forest there. See the color of the terrain changed a
yeah.
bit. You've been in forest the whole time, so there was no reference point for it. But yeah, you're in plains now. The river emerges from the forest, and there's a little stream that feeds from this series of hills down into the river. And the Hollows is built not along the river itself, but along a small stream, like a tributary that feeds into the river. And so you can see the river, you can see the hill that this town is built around, and you can see the small stream running through it. And you are approaching it from... you're kind of approaching it from around the base of the hill, because you're coming downhill out of the forest from the northwest. So you're coming around the edge of the hill from slightly higher ground, and you get this view down over the town as you're emerging from the forest. And we will pick up there next time. I'm glad none of you are dead. It's miraculous none of you are dead. I was pretty
feel
sure.
dead.
I was pretty
Yeah,
sure we were
so-
going to have character deaths there, but Grunrock soloed 3 skeletons, and then
Yeah.
we got the healing rolls we needed. Barely.
I feel like Grunrock needs to get all of the XP today.
Joe could have died just to a d6 roll. He had a 50-50.
He said, "No, I'm gonna roll it." And then
Joe
got
had like a
himself alive.
Joe had like a 60% chance of being dead in that scene, and then Bill had like 25% chance of dying after that scene, and neither of you did.
It didn't help that I had 3 skeletons that did 2 damage per successful roll. on
Yeah,
top
the
of me.
skeleton ambush was
Oh my
rough.
gosh.
The horror is coming across here. Let's do the XP questions real quick, and then we'll wrap. One sec.
Oh yeah, I forgot how this works.
9. All right.
Find XP again. Where's XP?
It's below willpower.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
All right. Question number 1: did you participate in the game session? I'm gonna say no to Bill on this one. Just kidding.
I mean,
All right. Did you participate in the game session? Everybody gets 1. Did you travel through at least 1 hex on the game map that you'd not visited before? You get definitely 1.
We got there.
the entire game, but yes.
Did you discover a new adventure site? Yes, you discovered the Hollows. We're counting that this time, not next time. So remember that you already got paid for this. Did you defeat one or more monsters? Yes, you did. Did you find a treasure worth 1 gold or more? Yes. I'm gonna say.
We found the garnet.
Oh,
and we
this
found...
is per character here.
Oh,
Let's say yes to that one for Joe. For well, I'll give that to everybody. I don't know if we'll
And
always do
then
that,
it's
but
gone. No more garnet.
actually, no, nobody's getting the one for that because it's not actually worth enough to qualify. It's
Does
only
the
a significant treasure.
Does the journal count as a treasure worth
I
gold?
doubt that it's
No
a
XP
gold.
for treasure.
It's fair.
Did you build a function onto a stronghold? No. Did you get to activate your pride?
Joe did.
No, did.
Hey, Joe, you got 5.
Joe gets one. Did you suffer as a direct result of your dark secret? Let me think. No.
I don't remember
What
my
about what I
document
messaged
is.
you,
No.
Josh?
No. Almost,
oh, come
but no.
on.
No. Almost, but no.
I literally immediately got up and healed him.
I know. Aimee, you no.
I was like, I don't even know what mine is. I gotta look back. I have a dark secret.
Bill, I'll give you one for this without saying anything
Nice.
further to the party. It's iffy, but I'll count it. Did you risk your life for another player character?
Oh, I did.
Definitely.
One but me.
I'm gonna say yes to everybody but Aimee for this one. She ran away from the fight to save herself, and then when she saw that Hank had a good shot of winning, she snuck back in. She does not get
It
one
was
for this.
tactical. I had a butter knife.
It was tactical.
It was tactical.
No, Aimee doesn't get one for this.
Amy, you sound like me in Divinity.
And did you perform an
That's right.
extraordinary act of some kind? I'm gonna give the extraordinary act to Grunralph for standing his ground and
Yeah,
taking on the whole horde.
100%.
Absolutely.
Standing his ground and taking on the whole horde of skeletons solo when the odds were against him and earning the chance to save the party, which then paid off. Yeah, he gets the one for that. So that's all of them. So...
Dang, I needed one more.
What's that?
You like to talk?
How does the dark secret one work?
If you are directly inconvenienced by your did you suffer from your dark secret?
Did not.
Yeah, you didn't this time. No, the dark secrets will come into play more as time goes on, but so far it's not been very frequent.
Okay.
All right, that's a wrap. Thank you all for playing.
Thank you, Josh.
Yes.
Josh, great game.
Man, I need to get some anal beads. That way we can even this match out next time.
And
Well, I
Aimee,
had mine in the whole time.
to answer your question from forever ago, I counted this one as session 1 because I decided to call the previous one session 0.
Oh, okay. I was like, it says session 1 and he's not gonna change it, but it's our second game.
No. I'm gonna label them as session 0 and session 1 when I post them on YouTube. Good night stream. Thank you anyone who's viewed, and we will resume 2 weeks from tonight.
See ya.
It'll be a very, very different session next time.
Hopefully.
Don't make promises.
I don't imagine what happened this time is going to happen again.
God, I hope.